A lot of war.
You missed the journey of a hero.
I missed 20. Actually, correction, I call it 7 kills. I've only missed 19 kills, but
We saw some big stuff going on the bottom. Some big stuff is still going down here. Look, Ultra Gunner with no point in Stone Gaze. Insane. He doesn't need it. He's farming.
Is that meta standard still? It's not going Stone Gaze?
You just take it when you're scared. This build is like pretty good though. I think this is what Satanic does. And I'd say he's like probably the leading authority on Dusa. He skips Gorgon's Grasp for stats, which I think he was like the first person to start doing. Stream is live?
It should be live again in like 30 seconds, so.
Very nice, very nice.
I like how they're at least trying to put a little bit of pressure on these towers, and the enemies are weaker. I don't like that they just like kind of fucked everything up and died before. Again, if the Lion just got like 4 more EXP before them taking that last fight, then they would have gone very differently. I think they would have killed both the Underlord and the Spectre before they get out. But what can you do, as they say?
Speaking of Spectre, it is Razor time. He's been Spectred and brought down already. And at this point, it's going to be one big core kill, and the rest of the heroes should escape. Re-attempts for a kill on Gerdo, but it's not there in time.
Barely missed him. Nice TP.
This Razor's game is all of a sudden... Actually, the Razor's game has never been amazing, but the last 2 fights have just been kind of unfortunate. I don't think that's really what we want. I expect Razor to be like this overwhelming presence. You have like amazing abilities. You've got great stat growth rate. You can build items that just like make you tankier and better at running at heroes and be impressive in the early game. And he's kind of been in the jungle and then like taking deaths.
Well, Breeziar blinks in, gets brought down immediately. And at this point, it's... Ouch.
That was a pretty bad death, to be honest. He had Invis Rune also. I'm not sure if I would have saved him. You definitely click it. It gives you damage reduction now. That's kind of tough. A good bait by enough. Honestly, I thought maybe he overextended a little bit, like especially there could have been some like Underlord play. They knew he didn't have gate, but like maybe the Underlord could have TP'd there, and like the Firestorm does kill the Centaur very quickly. But it ends up working out. Basically,
well, Sicknatchy swaps in the Deucey. He's low on mana, but he's still standing his ground right now. Breeziar's respawn. He'll Sonic Wave 2. But is there a big kill on Ultra Gunner? There should be, and there it is. They'll bring down the Razor as well on the left side, I do believe. He's fighting for his life, and his life will be forfeits.
That Rubik Snake did so much damage. Yeah, look at the fight recap. Like the Co-op casted all her spells, and the Rubik did more damage. Oh, Andy?
Yeah, he's just getting hexed mid lane and brought down by the double edge from enough. Luckily, he's invis kind of on Queen of Pain. Kind of.
We got 20 wand charges on the Queen of Pain, so she's fine.
Killing this Rubik. Oh, he's got the broken item Glimmer Cape. Hard to kill.
He has 20 wand charges, so he was baiting there the entire time. He didn't even dare the wands. Now Reed arrives via the Fiend's Gate. Breeziar ends up dying in anyways. And so will Sick Nasty in one more hit if they can find it. And there it is. The move to Keshi this time does not have the Glimmer Cape ready to go, so he's been brought down as well. And he returns to the fight, gets hexed immediately. Atos comes forward to the line. Line gets saved by Jay Curto. And they'll bring down the line. And now head once again to the SD. SD is invis via his own Glimmer Cape. Just learned he had that item, but... You know the funny part? The same man who ruined the Knicks ruined our cast tonight. James Dolan. Fuck James Dolan.
There you go.
I think there's at least 1 or 2 Knicks fans in the chat tonight, and they know exactly how James Dolan ruins everything.
Yeah, I hate that James Dolan guy. Who is he?
He is, ever since... So he's the worst owner in the NBA. He's a genuine sports terrorist. Ever since this guy called Donald Sterling, who was like an actual genuine psychopath, sold the Clippers, he's been the worst owner in the NBA, and he's not a very good guy.
You like listen to Badger talk about like these sports ball teams and stuff, and it sounds like Transformers lore or something like that to you?
No, I know a little bit about basketball. So this one, sometimes he talks about football. I'm like, what the hell is like a football? But then, like basketball, like Donald Sterling. Also, maybe it's probably because
it sounds like he's just making shit up. Like it's like Warhammer 40K or something. I don't know.
The Donald Sterling thing was like a really big like cultural event when it happened because it was like insane. Like there was a lot. Like I mean the like drama was he was like being insanely racist, and then it got leaked, and that was like a big thing. I remember that. Like I was in like elementary school or something.
Oh come on! Everybody gets fucking leaked for being racist these days.
No, it was
Yeah,
like
but that was like
actual,
that
like
was early.
really, it was really bad.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
it was bad
20. This
also.
was 2013.
Yeah, and he's the owner of an NBA team where the league is like, yeah, like majority black. So
Speaking
it
of,
was
we have that fight at the tower track. That's
What
bad
was it like? Was he
transition.
talking about like measuring people's craniums or
you
something?
can Google it. You can Google
You
it.
can
I don't
Google
want
it, yeah. Lefty's already dead. Stonegaze comes in from Octagon. He's running away after that. We're running away from this conversational topic. Bench comes in, Sun Centaur. Once again, Lion Sun's on to Dusa's manning up. Link in by Bariziar. Here's the ulti, ready to go. He once again walks back towards his teammates. None of it still being held out there on the two heroes, but still nobody else is dead. Radiant are beginning to collapse right now. Once again, our two-man stun comes in from enough. He gets a double kill. He moves over to Keshi. Keshi is invis, but is there an escape? I don't think. Maybe there is actually. He's simply invis. There's a lack of detection, but his invis has ended. He's a stolen shadow.
Wait, hold on.
Shadow
That's
Demon
five.
E.
That's 5 stacks. I'm pretty sure Medusa's just dead.
Yeah.
Never mind, he's just dead.
Yeah,
Speaking
Keshi's
of
really
dead, Breezyar's dead.
The
a
dude,
lot.
the range shadow poisons look so weird when you really cast it because it spawns like away from him. That's kind of odd.
It comes out faster as well. That's scary.
Yeah. Oh,
Stampede comes in from enough. He's
Glimmer Cave.
barely alive, it appears. Maybe. Is that dagger going to keep going, actually?
No, it's not gonna hit him. It doesn't do damage.
Okay. He tried to Fiend's Gate, but that's... Wait, there's no
Oh
way.
my
There's
God.
no way. There's no way.
That's crazy. That was
Couple with the steel chair. That's fucking insane.
Keshi's going down though. That's a big kill. Look at his net worth. He's more farmed than the Rubik right now, but not anymore.
Wait, why is Breezy so poor? What happens? What happened to Breezy, guys?
Because he skilled 3-point ski. Like, look, he still doesn't have max blink. Also, he like blinked, and like you remember mid when he died, he just blinked. It's like normal Breezy stuff. I'd be impressed if this guy's rich actually, most of the games, but I think he's still having enough impact. He also has like lane went fine, and then he's been running around and ulting. I think the more interesting thing is like why is Lefty so poor? And me and Neff came to the answer to that actually. Unfortunately, while you were away, Breezy, if you look at his skill build, he's got 3 points of Shadow Strike. He was griefing Lefty down in the lane. Not something you see very often from the Queen of Pain players. This 3-1-1 skill build that he went with. It's like a terrorism skill build.
So
You ruin your own game to ruin the other guy's game.
Is that worth it for Breezy to ruin his own game to ruin Lefty's
No,
game?
no. For sure it was not. For sure, yeah, 100% it is. But that is like what you'd come to expect from him.
Yeah. We're having some great conversation. We were like, Greek philosophers while you were gone, discussing nuances of Dota and whether or not people who play Centaur and build 3 bracers should be killed.
I mean, Greek philosopher is a very broad term now. Talking like Socrates, talking Demosthenes. I don't know. What are we talking here?
What language are you speaking?
Funny thing, actually, about the conversation I was talking about with the Centaurs, that the answer we came to in agreement was yes, they should be put down.
Yeah.
I good chip on Lefty. You see that? That's also a hateful play. He just ulted him, cast dagger, and then left again. He just like chipped him for no reason. Just like leave
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, literally. I mean, the cooldown's not too long, right? I think that's what people always point to when they're like pointing at Spectre being a good hero. This 50-second global is what made this hero like interesting in the first place.
Yeah.
Still, that's obnoxious play. That's a hater ass play.
I wasn't gonna do anything other than just like lower his HP a little bit, make him concerned.
That is something you can do though. Like, yeah, I mean, like last game, Ultra Gunner did like 1 or 2 fights, or he just do that to the Night Stalker.
I mean, it's funny if you know that they don't plan on, or you don't plan on like taking a fight or jumping anybody for a little bit, but you put that skill on cooldown, then all the supports can like kind of just chill for a moment. If you've got like kill potential on the supports, if you limit what the supports are able to like, are they able to go and show, then like just the threat of Shadow Step feels incredibly oppressive. You don't want to waste it.
Well, here we go again. Spectre is doing Spectre things, but Big Dave TP's away in time.
Oh, he doesn't have it. Oh, that's sad. You see, he was looking at the centaur.
Yeah, yeah.
He knew that was his path out, but there's nothing he could have done.
Manta into the stomp would have been sick.
That'd be way too much for him though, to have at this point of the game. The game would be really bad for Dire if he had the Radiance Blade momentum and something. This game, I mean, it was looking really bad. You missed it, Neff. Or you missed it, Badger. Neff was saying it's over for Radiant, but the game looks pretty okay now for Royal.
Oh, it's over for Radiant. Look at
This
this.
is a finger, but he's still alive. Final hits 4 from BreezeR.
Oh.
BKB from Lefty keeps him alive, but enough's in a lot of danger. He barely gets the Stampede up. I think he'll barely survive. Hope to see about that one. Now Reed's being gone on by the Ultra Gun of Medusa. Medusa, though, lacks the ability to chase that one down. Is it just me, or is the venomous volley sound effect like a reused Venomancer auto attack sound?
It is.
Okay.
There's a lot of those. That doesn't.
These
surprise.
days. Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I wasn't going crazy.
And Ultra was like really farmed. He still is like quite farmed. I don't think he's gonna like completely 1x9 in the game though. I think like the rest of his team still has to play. And right now, like these fights are kind of weird. Like a lot of times, one of the subs are getting getting caught out on Bunny Zone, and that's like really bad to start the fights.
Ultra, big kill if they can get it. Spectre arrives. Now he's entirely out of mana. He'll try to fight. There's no way. Look, huge stun from Enough into the Lion stun. They keep Medusa alive barely. And now she wands up. What a huge save from the Funny Zone. And what a disaster from Royal Andy. Oh no, Spectre's low. Glimmer Cape comes in from both teams. Enough blinks forward. Spectre's juking things out right now, but he's being seen. Enough still hunting. Lefty will end up going down to BreezeR's hand. Now BreezeR looks to clean the fight up. Lion ends up going down to double kill for BreezeR. Now 2-for-2 trade. Baboon, Jake Kurdo, his TP has been cancelled by Keshi's lift. Eventually, they'll try to run down the SD. Meanwhile, Spectre is still juking out the Centaur. Centaur waits for a new angle to blink in and hook stomp, but it's already too late. He'll blink in for Keshi instead. Triple kill for BreezeR's Queen of Pain. But now Spectre once again initiates. The Stampede has been stolen by Keshi. He'll barely live with the stolen Stampede, and I think our fight's finally over.
Yeah. Very, very chaotic. I think at the end of it, it's good for Radiant. Triple kill for BZR.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I wanted to touch on in the fight, or one thing I want to touch on in general, is this Lion has like a fucking grief skill build for this game. He's opted not to max mana burn first. He's maxing it last, in fact. Or mana drain.
All right, now here's the arguments.
It's kind of crazy, huh?
Here's the argument. We were mentioning how you kill Medusa. You know, how do you kill Medusa? Well, one good way to do that is steal the mana drain from Lion. But you can't steal max mana drain if it's not max mana drain.
I mean, he's gonna be maxing out eventually anyway. But there's been like a lot of situations where they just initiate on the Medusa Lions like far back, and there's complete opportunity to just top Medusa back up, and isn't able to or chooses not to. He's gone for the skill build. I don't feel like he's getting a ton out of maxing out this Hex first either.
I think you should max Hex first online. I think like almost always, but I think I agree with your point. I think you should probably max mana drain for the Earth Spike, because also like I mean Rubik is just a good matchup versus Lion. Like you steal any of his spells, you're very happy. But like giving him like having lower points of Earth Spike is like very good, because that's a very easy spell for Rubik to use. Like Keshi has stolen it a lot of time.
Well, here we go, top lane. The fight breaks out once again. They'll pull everything on the Underlord and they'll bring him down. BreezeR tries some counter kills, so Sonic Wave on 4. Indy Bendy arrives. But is there even a play at this point? They're hiding around the Stampede. Kurdo will attempt the TP. It will not work. There's too much Manta Spectre damage. BreezeR blinks to the left side. Ultra Gun will Manta it on up. He's half HP, or half mana, I should say, on Medusa. That is, I guess, half HP. And that Stone Gaze is stolen as well, so we're just... Dude, Keshi has a lot of money.
Oh my god, they didn't fix this! Wait, did you guys see that? The Medusa illusions still do the Venomous Volley. That is like peak gameplay. Thank you, Valve.
Is that not intended?
Well, what do you mean?
You guys know about this? So that was in the game when the facet came out. And then Medusa was broken. And then like one of the nerfs that they did was your illusions don't Venomous Volley anymore. And then people were like, oh, that's kind of a big nerf. But then like the patch went on and people realized like, wait, the illusions still do this. And then they did another patch afterwards, like one of those like small patches where it's just like a little bit of
And they
bugs that have
broke it
been
again.
fixed. And then one of the bugs, no, one of the bugs were fixed Medusa Venomous Baldi still working on illusions, even though it shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then I haven't thought about it since then. But even though they specifically like pointed out nerfing it for a second time, it still was hitting the Rubik there with his Manta illusions, and they were still Venomous Volleying him, which is
That's
insane.
gateway. This has happened a lot more recently. This was like an issue with Ogre Fire Shield for a super long time. They kept saying they'd fixed it, and they just hadn't. That egg shard just didn't do anything for like 2 years,
Yeah.
and people would still buy it.
Yeah, because I mean, the funny thing is the Ogre Shard, like the text of the thing is like so good. Like if it works exactly how it should, that is like an absurd
Yeah, it's
amount of
very, very
equality for
good.
1400 gold. But yeah, like literally, like even right now, you buy it, you like aren't sure how much it actually works. Like,
Yeah.
is the damage getting reduced? I think at least they fixed like the damage. Like if you do damage to the guy who shielded, it'll like throw the fireballs back at him. But it's still like, I mean, it doesn't always work. Like I don't know how many heroes it's supposed to hit. Like is the multicast interaction working? There's like a lot there's a lot of uneasiness about that shard because of that.
I remember talking to this one person, and he was like insistent. Like, yeah, I just spoke to this person. That this person said this person fixed it. And I tested it like right after that, and it was just the exact same as it was before. But just insisting everything's fixed, it's still busted as hell.
And that does happen sometimes. You know, sometimes it works in the lab, but then it doesn't work in practice. There's been some very famous examples of that in numerous fields, but I guess it's also true in Dota.
Yeah. Right, Aegis on Breezy. I'm surprised that they've been holding out so well in these fights. I thought there'd be a lot more one-sidedness. I think part of that just due to the Razor being like kind of a broke bitch.
Oh, they've got Medusa! They've got Medusa! He's dead.
Very nice. Good find.
I think they want a 5-man as well. Andy actually haunted back to the top lane before haunting once again to the bottom lane, so he's gonna stay bottom as his team sweeps
Yeah, they tricked
northwest.
him. Or he tricked them. Look, they TP'd top. They like thought he was there. They're like, oh wait, he went back there. Let's go get him. And like 3 people TP. There was a Centaur TP, a Lion TP, and I think the Razor ran there or TP'd there, or the TP'd there, and he just like wasn't there anymore. He just haunted back. That was cool.
And there's our Stampede. Fiend's Gate comes up. Stampede goes down. Goodbye, cooldowns.
We can turn this into a tower. Looks like. We should just have everybody clicking this right now while the Medusa's still down, and they know that people like abandoned the lane. I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of damage coming out from the Dire now.
Yeah, I'd say
Centaur's
they are.
not doing a ton. Razor's a little bit weak as well. I don't like this itemization from the Centaur or the Razor. The Sanjin Yasha and the Kaya Sanj are both like incredibly underwhelmed. Why would you ever? Okay, Kaya Sanj is kind of just a bad item. I hate to say it. Like this thing's 4,200 gold. You compare it to like other things that you can buy for a similar price, it is so underwhelming.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like his idea is that he wants to scale because like Centaur with like 3 like specific items scales really well. Like you have Shiva's Kaya Sanj Heart. This hero's like a beast in team fights. You can't kill him, and every W is like 700 damage, and he just like spams it over and over again on a 3.5 second cooldown.
Yeah, but you
So I
compare
think-
like the Kaya Sanj to things that like can kind of like give you a net spell amp in fights like Shiva's Guard or Octarine Core because you're reducing all your cooldowns. They're just better. They're way better.
Well, big fight top lane. They'll try to kill Spectre right away, and they'll succeed at doing so. Breezy R tries to be the hand of vengeance. Right now, he is the hand of nothing. Stolen Stone Gaze comes in from Kesh. He'll attempt to stone the real Medusa. Problem is, Medusa still has some mana to play with. He's popping in the Radiant Team further, but in comes Stampede from enough. They barely keep Ultra Gunner alive, and now it's time for a lot of Radiant side bleeding. Perhaps Breezy R is trying for the kill. So is Reed. They're death to kill Medusa. She's barely dead. But it could be time for vengeance once again. But instead, it's still only that 2-for-2 trade, both Keshi and Aurora going down at the end of the fights. That's a good turnaround there from Royal Andy, considering it started off with their carry being one banged immediately.
Yeah. I don't really like Ultra's itemization here. He went for Silver Edge, Kind of like in a similar vein to how Andy got baited last time, where he by Silverred versus Spectre. It doesn't actually matter that much. I think he just needed like a HP item. Like he should have just brought the Scotty first. Reed is dead.
Yep, he is dead. Banishment
Wait,
cancel his
Swap.
PP. And Swap is barely there in time. There's only 2 attacks to place, and actually he will be alive. Now Enought's the one who's being kited around. Actually, so is Breezy. They're both being kited around. That's 1 life lost. Now Spectre respawned into the fight. Shadow steps towards J. Curto. There is a dust on SD. Spectre brought her own dust, I do believe. Problem is, you're still a very tanky Shadow Demon. It's Enough who's the primary target, and he will go down at the east side of the fight. Breezy R wants more. Once again, Glimmer Cape is a very, very cool item. Lion stuns. Wait, the Quap Illusion doing so much damage right now. I think he's dead. And he is dead. Now it's Ultron who's back. He's respawning, brings down Sick Nasty.
Okay, that's really big deal. Like Breezy went to him there, which is something he can do.
He did so much damage to himself with those illusions. That was insane. Yeah. I didn't think Quap would mess herself up like that hard.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was the Shadow Demon W also. The spell is like sleeper broken. Not even sleeper anymore. This has been so good, it's just flat out like known to be broken.
Yeah, I don't know what the word in Shadow Fiend's like W ability is, and I don't know what the facet. That's not a word either. Disseminate, promulgate. I don't know. These are fake concepts.
They're definitely not real words. Except Badger's going to talk about his 5th dictionary where it's there.
I'm just going to ship you one for Christmas, Neff. It's very important you get this. It's very important Neff gets this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I agree. The words are like not real, but understanding the concepts at this point, I think like most people do. Where it's the W will just like if you take damage, they take more damage.
You know, this Badger guy tried talking to me in Latin once.
Really? You can't. You're not even supposed to be able to speak that language, right?
No.
Listen, Latin's a great language. Okay, it's better than like all the barbarian tongues we speak. I mean, English, French. No, Latin. That's a tongue right there.
Speaking of tongues, Baboon gets the shard.
Well played. Well played.
Thank you. Yeah, he also just bought the Aghanim Scepter, which is going to be super nice in this game. There's a bunch of great targets. It helps against the Venge Shield, who's saving people, and like now having the Ag's break is going to be super annoying for the Spectre to deal with because there isn't any item that he can buy to save him from it. Like it goes through BKB. He doesn't really want to buy a Lincoln. There's a bunch of stuff that can pop the Lincolns. So Spectre is probably just going to have to deal with the SD purge. I mean, the way that he's probably going to play around it is he'll just like be very patient with the shadow step, because like what he can do is like during the first 7 seconds of the shadow step during the duration, you can't really ult him on you can't really Shadow Demon ult the Spectre because he'll just like haunt back out and then wait the ult out. So he'll have to use like kind of that idea to play the fights very safely. But I mean, even that has its own utility for Dire. Like just having this threat of the SDX is going to make it so the Spectre can't have as much impact as he'd like.
We are once again sweeping it on down. Smoked up S4 Spectre ready from global range. Radiant scan twice. They hit him once. They'll go for Ultra Gunner, who's inside the pits. Quap blinks into the Sonic Wave on 3. Breezy R is popping off again. For Lefty, the big KB that's turning things around. Breezy R's in a lot of danger right now. Lion buys back. Quap blinks away. And now Razor. His BKB is over, but he has teammates backing him up. SD is not so lucky he has no friends, and now he's dead. Andy runs in, backed up by Venge Spirit. Venge stun hits the Medusa. Medusa's half mana, trying to run to the east side right now. Accepting his death, he'll turn and fight. He'll get no kills, and he'll die. And Royal Andy secure the big kill there. There will be no Redicide, and instead, we'll run down the bottom lane right now.
Yeah, Roche isn't quite up, but I mean, still really bad fight for Dire. And they kind of like lost their window. I think they had a little bit of a window there. Like they were just really strong with the SD Ags, but really nice catch. The SD got jumped at the start, wasn't able to get any of his. Well, I mean, he got 1 purge on the Unarmored, but that is like 1/10 of the impact you'd like for him to have. Super nice find. They got the ward down also at the start of the fight, really well played.
Yeah, I thought they'd manage to get the D-ward off there, but the thing is, like, just sitting with like 1 hit left, the illusions I think eventually just de-aggroed from it, and full vision of everybody for the entire fight. I think that like the worst thing that can happen to them is just them getting surrounding the Medusa at all angles. I think if you're able to play like behind her on the supports, and Centaur like gets the opportunity to kind of play up, these fights are a lot easier. when you take those kinds of fights, you have to be very careful whether or not, or very careful that they don't jump your back line and get you Medusa from like all angles.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
The subs like need to live a long and fruitful life. They can't die early on in the fight. Otherwise, the dude is just gonna get like 5v1.
Man, I am so excited for Spectre. I love haunts. I don't know. It's like one of my favorite abilities of all time. I just like the ability.
Really, that's really weird. I can't lie. That is really.
It's a cool
But
ability.
it,
You know, it gives vision, it gives
uh,
damage. You can maneuver with that. You know, it's just the ultimate carry item. You have haunts.
But he
It
thinks
makes you
that
a
Thunder
hero.
God's Wrath
what's
is
your
pretty
favorite
cool.
ability? Yeah, Thunder God's Wrath?
No, I said that's bad that thinks that Thunder God's Wrath is a good ability.
Hold that thought. Centaur goes in for Rubik. Rubik makes a finger, but he's still alive. I don't know if it's Stu. Rubik will self-heal for the time being. Spectre now is everywhere. He'll halberd the Medusa. Medusa's half mana, holds his Stone Gaze, and he's once again repositioning 2 more times with the Haunts. And now Spectre will go in for Dusa, forcing out the Stone Gaze. Baboon goes down on the north side, back to the south side. Aldrin is running towards his base. Enough blinks away to dash out the shadow strike. We're still hunting. Keshi, with his stolen Stone Gaze, tries to go forward. It's still 2 kills, though. Both subs are down. Lion has no buyback, and we're going high grounds.
This is a pretty big issue. Okay, you've got the Refresher Orb on the Razor, but I'm pretty sure if you go in, you just don't do enough damage to actually bring anybody down. They can just focus down this rack, so they're forced to just give it up.
Yeah.
You're in a big problem, or you're running into a big issue right now with Ultra Gunner, where you don't have enough HP or enough damage. The Silver Edge was like a little bit of a strange pickup. I think you would have been fine if you just like built for everybody else other than the Spectre and dealt with the Spectre last. This felt like a little bit too all in, just kind of getting punished for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Deuce is like a little bit of a weird hero where the build is like people will buy a lot of like different builds and it kind of depends on the game.
Mhm.
So you kind of have to make like a judgment call about what you should have bought. But I agree. I think the Scotty was better there. It's like it's impossible for him to do enough damage to just like, kill everyone. I think it's kind of what he tried for with this one, where you can just like come at the fight at a good time and just like gun everyone down with the Silver Edge. But I think the right read for this game was he just needed to be really tanky and give his teammates opportunities to like help him out and to like for the Brazier to come into the fight at a good time when let's say like the Quap blinks in, something like that.
Speaking of, Spectre will blink on a forward and just one-shot Aurora. Why do you need Queen of Pain to be an assassin when you have Andy Bendy Spectre?
Now I want to do a little bit of flaming.
Go for it.
Okay.
Enough has decided to build the Heart and Kaya Sanj. I don't think either of these 2 items solve the problems that the Centaur's having in these fights that your team is having right now.
I think he's
you're
just trying to scale.
way better off with like Magic Resistance, Shiva's Guard, even like a BKB in order to like stay on top of people instead of just getting stuck in Pit of Malice. He's trying to scale, yeah, but he's like...
Oh, aggressive swap from Ben. Stampede has been used. Medusa, Stone Gaze just in time, though. She's 1/4 mana. Tanagat comes forward. A save from Kurdo, but is it enough? The pit comes in, but he's restored all of his mana nearly. Medusa is still trying to live. Andy Bandy goes in, goes around. He's going everywhere right now. He's got 2 lives to play with. Medusa still has half mana somehow. Razor ran forward. Now he's getting kited around. 1 life is lost on Spectre. Razor's still living. Medusa has low mana. But no, the miscoordination from Dire. I think it was a defensive disruption from Baboon to cancel the Lion mana restoration, and that might end up killing her. Instead, Andy goes forward. Dusa's still so low on mana. They're hunting him on down. 3 dead. 3 mana stun from Lion. But is it enough? I don't think it is. But Dusa goes down. There's a buyback from SD, but it's too little too late. All 3 cores have no buyback. The entire base is about to crumble.
Rubik just buys back to the game. They set up the gate in order to get back into it. They want to be able to take another rack right now. This will really help secure the game if they manage to take this top one. They don't want to wait for these heroes to come back up.
They can even, I mean, they will take Megas even. You could maybe try to risk going for game, but I don't think there's a point. I think they just go bottom after.
Megas? I don't think they get Megas here.
You think? I mean, maybe they don't know about the buyback status on Dire, but I think like the 2 subs.
You've got Fortify, 30 seconds left on these heroes as well. They'd have to like travel down there, kill the tier 3 tower under the Fortify.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's fair. As long as they secure the, I guess they can't really secure the Roshan, but you just like set up for it, then that's kind of fair. There's like kind of a while though. I think they could have punched it down.
Yeah, I mean they don't have all the information that we have, so it's hard to
Yeah,
make like that call right away and then do it.
that's fair.
I think in defense of Royal Andy, I think they're content with the game state where they know they're up these 2 racks. They know their lineup's going to scale very well into the late game, and maybe they're wary of potentially throwing the lead they have right now.
Centaur is going for a BKB now, but I think he's like a little too late. You spent so much gold in the heart and Kai Assange. Like these
Yeah,
are good items when you're not sure what to get on Centaur. They're like okay no matter what, but these aren't like game-winning items. They're not going to change anything for you.
yeah. I mean, he almost in that last fight, he was like very close after that stun to like pop off there. But yeah, I agree. He needs more still, which is unfortunate because he doesn't really have the time to get more.
Hypothetically, he could disassemble this Kaya Sanj, sell the Kaya, and then buy the BKB maybe, right?
Yeah, but
Maybe.
the Kyle's like it represents a lot of damage, like a surprising amount of damage. So I don't think he wants to do that. Like the Kai is part of what's making him strong. He
What
does
about
just need both of
maybe
them.
sell the Sanj then? He has to sell
Yeah,
something,
honestly,
right?
that is funny enough. Probably makes more sense, but still, I think the Sanj helps his tankiness a lot. It's like health regen amp with the heart, which is like part of this whole Exodia build.
But
I
what
don't
does
know.
it do though? I mean, sure, he's not dying, but the what effects?
I mean, he's doing damage, but the problem is he's just like Centaur. I don't know. It's like pretty hard to scale on Centaur. So in that aspect, I can kind of agree. He probably should have bought a pipe.
Pipe Shiva's BKB. I mean, he's not putting enough value on like his clicks on the people, which are incredibly heavy. Kai Sanj is just like an overpriced garbage item ever since they took the status resistance away.
Yeah, I kind of I agree with that to a certain point. I think when they got rid of the status stress, this item it like changed a lot. The like heroes that is good on, there aren't really
Timber,
that many of
maybe.
them.
I can't think of that many heroes that it's amazing on. I've been spamming a lot of
Actually,
Earth Spirit, and I'm like getting in the habit of not building this item,
yeah, I see a lot of SMIs on Earth Spirit nowadays. I
but
think
it's not actually that good.
you think so? Okay.
Hypothetically, these heroes who want to be like tanky spellcasters, I mean Necro, Lesh, DP, but even then, I don't think I'd buy that item on those heroes, even though it's probably the hero that would buy it.
Yeah, it's okay on Lesh, but I think the biggest thing about this item now is the what's called the mana cost mana loss reduction. It's like heroes that it's like an absurd amount of mana. Like the Centaur will never be low on mana, but obviously he doesn't care about that for this game. So I think that's the main thing to look at. Interestingly, a lot of deuces have been buying this item. And there's like a tankier build that people are going, where they go like Scotty Kai Assange, but he didn't go for it this game on Ultra Gunner.
Yeah, I think he needs to be able to just like stand his ground, and at this point, I think he needs more damage. And you don't get enough damage out of going for like the tankier build at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's just too late at this point. They're in a rough spot. I think the main thing also is that they like kind of similar. Just the teams swapped. They kind of missed their window, where they just like took a lot of like random back and forth scraps in the mid game, and so that helped the team that was behind a lot more.
It's pretty reminiscent of game 1, actually.
Yeah.
But it's the opposite team. Speaking of, whoa, Andy Bendy nearly one-bangs SD. Breeziaro Sonic lives on. Nobody is dead. Finger is Queen of Pain now. She gets defensively swapped away by the Vengeful Spirit. Stone Gaze comes in around the Medusa. Lion is low. SD is low. Andy Bendy brings him on down. And now it'll be a dead Venge. Dead Razor. Razor buys back. Lion buys back. It's once again a 4v4 team fight. Lion stuns 2 to a 2-man stun from the Centaur War Runner. But can they kill anybody? So far, no cigar. Rubik is invis once again. The Jukenadon gets hexed by somebody. And now, Oxil Totem into double edge to play. Rubik is still barely alive somehow. He's been used by, I think, the enemy team. He can now use himself, but he's dead anyway. The trade is for enough, though. Lefty goes down. Aurora goes down. It's Ultra against the world. And I like the odds for the world in that 3v1. Correction, there's no detection. But the rack should not be so lucky. Eventually, it'll be Megas. And this should be the game quite soon.
Yeah, he can buy his item. He can finish the BKB, but it doesn't save him that much. Or not at all, right? Like they can just ignore him with anything.
I mean, Stone Gaze comes out, they drop the Heaven's Halberd off of the Medusa. It's a 5-second disarm, and just kind of like going from that point. Medusa did get like saved by the disruption. She gets to walk back. Yeah, they just called GG. Medusa wasn't able to do anything at this point. She's the only one who's really pumping out any damage or could stand her ground. I think they took too many bad fights at like the mid game here, which felt a little bit odd. I really think that they had this one. It just completely turned around. A lot of this was off the back of this Underlord pick. I think it was pretty impressive. He itemized really well, and the Razor and the Centaur Warrunner just both didn't do enough, and too much was on the Medusa's back to carry this game.
Yeah, I think Keshi carried the game. The early game was like really impressive. He like owned a lot of the fights where he just had these like pop off Rubik fights where he just like steals a bunch of spells, barely lives, like steals a spell that you wouldn't expect, like the poison in that one fight where he just turns and kills Ultra. I think he's my MVP for this game specifically.
I think there's a reason why they banned out the Rubik first phase game one. They're like, all right, we respect this guy's Rubik. They like to pick it first or second pick whenever they can. And this time they said, you know what? We'll let it through. Let's see what happens. Well, that's what happens. They're going to ban a game 3.
I personally liked the Underlord's build quite a lot. Heaven's Halberd, Aghanim Scepter. I mean, again, just being able to jump people from anywhere on the map. Reducing the damage with the Atrophy Aura was like really good for just the pick, but the Heaven's Halberd and the Crimson Guard reduced like all the damage that they did. Made the game just like impossible for them. I was giving enough a lot of shit for the Heart Kaya-sans, but the reason why I was saying that is just because this is the only really thing I think they could have done differently this game. Just itemize a little bit differently on enough. Either build that BKB a little bit sooner, along with like Shiva's Guard, in order to actually stay on top of people, and they might have been able to take some fights. Maybe even like a pipe.
On that note, I got us to a quick break between game 2 and game 3. My name is Badger. Once again, joined by Neth and Logic. Hopefully, game 3's broadcast will be a little smoother than game 2's broadcast. We'll see you soon for game 3 of this BO5 between Funny Zone and Royal Andy. Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for game number 3 of League of Legends season number 16 Grand Finals. Once again, Royal Andy on the Radiant side, Funny Zone on the Dire side. Once again, Funny Zone with first pick. We're at a 1-1 score. Royal Andy had a rough start to the game, but they had a huge comeback and they had great team play in the late game to take game number 2, and we're now at a straight BO3. We will at least have a 4-game series on our hands tonight. Once again, I'm joined by my two co-commentators, Logical and Neff, and, well, we were talking between the games that we suspected that Rubik might get banned. Rubik has not been banned so far. Could we see it again this game?
Did we talk
Yeah.
about that?
I said it at least.
Okay,
Yeah,
it
he
was
did
sad, but
mention
it
it.
wasn't really talked about.
There was, yeah, I mean, the Rubik ban was interesting because Royal Andy banned it the first. I think he got a mistake in the Royal Andy was a team that first phase banned it in their first game,
Wait, what?
but then they, yeah.
Wait,
I'll
what?
Dota buff is broken. I'll go send the links. I want to check this. Here you go. That's game 1, and then this is game 2.
Wait, what? What do you mean, Royal Andy? They did.
Because they had second pick in both games actually, but they had what's it called, yeah.
Ah.
They did ban it this game though, but I think it's because they're opting for Magnus instead of SD. So this means that Dire gets Shadow Demon.
If so, they choose.
Yeah, I think that's like probably what's on their mind because this year is like similar level of broken. Okay, they go for Tinker this game, which is the Breezy R hero. It's gonna be mid Tinker, by the way. But Neff, this is something that they ran a
Really?
couple times. Yeah. Also, okay.
I thought
Dota buff has been broken for a little while, but I'll go ahead and send you this. In the last like 3 months, this guy has played an ungodly amount of Tinker games.
the only people who play Tinker anymore was Nothing to Say and RCY in the mid lane. Anyway,
No, I mean there's copy. I would say
I don't know.
actually you hit 2 duds there. I don't think either of those guys play that much Tinker.
RCY used to. I don't know if he does anymore,
Yeah,
but that was like one of the famous heroes he started on playing. But
he did. No, he was playing a lot of Tinker like a little while. Like actually, I'll just take a screenshot. He was playing like there was Tinker had a little like bump in popularity where people were trying it again. Like in the NA qualifiers, Nouns when they were still playing. Or I guess that was even when they were at Atlantic City, they were like literally first picking Tinker. And then they got Shopify to first phase ban it.
41 games this month. Very nice.
Yeah. That's quite the spam. 41 games. And yeah, I mean it's been like that for a while. He's been playing it a lot.
Brewmaster pickup is interesting. I still really like this hero. I think that he's a little bit on the weaker side compared to a lot of other Universal heroes right now, which doesn't feel great. I don't know. I feel his ult just kind of dies a little bit too easily right now. It doesn't do enough damage. It feels really good when you first hit level 6, but the rest of the time it feels like it just falls off, man. It
Yeah.
doesn't scale for modern Dota.
I agree. I think this hero like really fell off like a while ago. They like gave the ult a lot of nerfs, and then people were like picking it a lot less. But like
Yeah.
pretty recently, I've been seeing it go back and up in popularity a little bit. I'm gonna go double check my stat, but I think like people start picking it a little bit more in Bangkok, the most recent like major.
Mhm.
If I remember, I think DM specifically played like 1 or 2 games of it. Yeah, okay, so there's 6 games, 33% win rate, not super great, but I mean 6 games is still like not bad. That's more than Spectre, like it's more than a lot of heroes.
Yeah, is it just played in the offlane?
Yeah. It's all gonna be in the offlane. This one, Reed is really good at it. So Reed used to be a 4 player also, and he'd even play 4 Brewmaster just because he liked it. And there's like some cool stuff you can do with that. Like if
Mhm.
you're popping off on Brewmaster, you can just like hit level 6, and then your 4 hero, and then all of a sudden like he's just scaling again. Like your 4 hero's level 6 Brewmaster. He'll just kill whoever he wants. Just like
Yeah.
be a terror on the map.
I mean, it feels really good in team fights as well because essentially you chase down and kill one person, throw somebody else out in the air, up in the air, and you just have like numbers advantage at that point in team fights. At least
Yeah,
in the early game. But again, it feels these days that the ultimate just like dies a little bit too easily with how strong every hero is.
yeah,
And I'm
I
a
can
little bit
agree.
concerned about the Magnus because of that. Because this hero very big universal damage. He clicks like nearby the pandas like twice with an Echo Saber or something. I think they're all just gonna fall over to the cleave and the huge base damage that he has.
Yeah.
it's one of those things though where I know Reed, who's playing the Brewmaster, will be ready for that. I mean, he is a very accomplished Magnus player of his own, probably the second best Mag player in Lad's history. So he knows his Magnus very well, and Couple ready to play against it.
Second best. I don't know if if I have confidence in the silver medal here, Badger. Who's number one?
I mean, the guy, Mr. Agent 07, probably. Whole City. That guy had some mad games. I casted them. They were really good.
Nah, this is like, this is like. Actually, I don't even know how to say it, but I'll say I think Badger is being very charitable. I think the best players are like probably the current ones. I think people generally are getting better at all times. I think the best Mag player is probably whoever's good at it right now, unless someone was like really popping off. Also, Mag was like a little bit better back in the day. But I would say like even just in this pool, I mean Reed has been doing really well on it this season, but like enough has been a beast on Magnus for a long time, so we'll show for my guy.
You're probably right, but you know, I'm gonna rep the boomers as one does. I'm now boomer. Actually, technically, you've been in lads longer than I have, but I think I carry the boomer rep more than you do.
Is that true?
Yeah, you were. There's free logical L season 5, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And my first
Badger,
season
That
was
was
season
before you.
6.
I mean, that
Badger,
didn't really have anything to do with me, but I mean, well,
Badger,
it
you
had
have the
something to do with
soul of
me.
like a
Fine.
60-year-old man.
I know.
All right,
There you go.
just making sure.
Damn, you got owned there. Neff, I can't lie.
Him saying "I know," yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I
He
like
uses
this
words
bristleback pick.
nobody's used for like 50 years. He goes, "Oh, you don't speak Latin enough."
I like the words. They're good
And then
words.
starts talking about his local sports ball teams.
I like sports ball teams.
Oh man, did you check out the news on cable television last night? No, Badger, I didn't.
Okay, I'm not that much of a boomer. Come on now.
I
Me and my cable company have beef right now, brother.
Listen, I learned about what's going on in New York right now through TikTok dances. Okay.
Wow. This guy's tapped in.
Oh,
Bristleback on the 18 pick, I'm a big fan of. I think it's this hero is very simple to play. It's very good at like stomping out any hope that the other team has of winning. Like if you get an early lead with Bristle, the guy just never dies. Especially with like a Tinker mid and a Brewmaster off lane, like no stuns yet again, recurring theme. And I really like it. Funny Jones draft. I think they like things have changed a lot from the past two games, in my opinion. There's no Spectre, and I think like the draft has shifted. These lineups don't really look similar. There are like a lot of similar heroes being picked. This is 9 new heroes, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that I lied
Or
to you guys.
bench,
It's
bench,
8 new
bench.
heroes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, a lot of these heroes have been banned
Keeping it
because the
close.
bans have shifted, though. I mean, if there's new bans, other banned heroes are no longer banned. So
Yeah, and he's also gonna get 24 pick, which is pretty devilish to deal with. I think he's like really excelled in this spot, just like picking a lot of random stuff like Arc Warden. I don't think he'll go for Arc Warden in this game. I think he kind of needs. He does need something to just like carry the game though, because Brewmaster is kind of hard to
Ben?
carry with. Okay, it is Arc Warden here.
It was in fact Arc Warden. You shouldn't
I
have
don't
doubted
like
yourself,
this.
Logical.
I just named the hero because that's something he likes, and they did ban it in the first game. But I will say, I mean, Badger, you gotta start repping for your boys because like I'm the bias casting allegations are gonna go crazy. I'm saying I think Funny Zone won this draft again.
that's one of those things. Okay, I'll do it. Andy Bandy Arc Warden has an unbelievably ridiculous win rate in last history. I think it's something like
Okay.
I don't know what the record is, but off of like vibes alone, it's like a 90% win rate Arc Warden. I've been there in the lobby in an unbelievably lost game top 4 in playoffs. I was playing like ass. My other teammates were playing like ass. Andy Benny Arc Warden dragged us to top 3 single-handedly. So I've seen it firsthand. It can do some wonderful things.
This is crazy. All I heard was like, "You want to know how shit I am? I got carried." Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is how good Andy Bendy is, though. Have you seen my records since that? I missed playouts at Logical. I missed playouts at Rojo. I'm pretty bad at Dota, but Andy Bendy carried me to top 2, so I don't know, man.
all right.
Yeah,
We'll see
that's
how
fine.
good I don't like all the eggs in one basket heroes like Arc Warden though, especially when you're playing against things like Flaming Lasso and Reverse Polarity. It ends up being a pretty big problem. Everyone on the Funny Zone ends up doing like massive damage as well, so it's not like you can just like take out one guy in a team fight as Brewmaster by throwing them up in the air and then say, "All right, my job here is done." Like there's going to be a lot of pressure on this Arc Warden to be able to do huge DPS and not die this game, and I'm not sure that it's possible. I've been kind of biased myself. I've been preferring a lot of the things that Funny Zone are doing. They let me down last game. Embarrassing performance, Coach Logical. I got to say.
Thank you, thank you. I actually, yeah. I'm not gonna say what I said, but I did not tell him like nearly enough. So this is like all lefty, I'd say. I mean, I think they all kind of talk about the draft, but I just gave him like two pieces of advice. He did take them, which I like, but this was his own doing, and I think they made a nice draft here.
Can I just say that I'm glad seeing red is in the game. You being able to play Bristleback as like the hero was supposed to be played, instead of like two things that change him and like make him worse.
Okay, my
Also,
Yeah,
question.
isn't
My,
like
my
it is
question.
funny.
necessarily worse, but
Yeah.
he said to like play him differently. Berserk was definitely worse.
It is crazy that like if seeing red was literally did nothing. Like if this facet, like you couldn't, it was the same facet, but you just can't click the ulti anymore, so it does literally nothing. People are still probably taking it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know why this hero just gets to have 3 facets. You know, most heroes get 2 facets. He just gets 3 facets.
Mm.
I don't know, man.
Neff is a three facet merchant. Earthsphere and also
This has got to be a more one.
We're
There's
playing
no
a lot of
way.
clockwork. Although I'm playing DK.
Yeah, 3 facets. I mean,
three facet.
technically 3
He has
facets.
one. He has one
Yeah,
facet.
he's
Yeah.
got 1 facet.
He used to
The
have
other,
two. Okay.
no, actually, he low key. The frost one is kind of cool, but not on carry.
Wait,
Oh,
they have
lefty.
slowed lefty. He's stunned by the bench right now. The team is on the way, but it's a too late lefties dropping. They're running him down. First blood goes to Keshi's Grimstroke. For another game, Keshi will secure the first blood. They'll move to Ultra Gunner. He's slow by the Grimstroke. In comes the Arc Warden damage. He's trying to juke things out right now. It will not work. BVR secures the kill. And if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 3 of Elite Lab Season 16 Grand Finals.
Right. Well, was that lightning bolt first good? I feel like it's not.
Yeah, it's gonna. This is what people do on sub. It's pretty good for trading because you have live wire. Live wire is like, oh wait, there's war going on. But yeah, this is what people are doing. I think the guy who started it was Skem on Shopify, but a lot of people have like stealing. Stealing's not a word. A lot of people have stolen the Zeus 5 tech, where you're like hard to kill and you just buy a Glimmer Cape. You're good at dewarding because you can like bolt on high grounds, so you can spend less on sentries throughout the like throughout later on in the game. You can get like pretty farmed also because like eventually you'll get like arc lightning points. But you do go lightning bolt and then you get a lot of points on lightning bolt generally also.
See,
Because on like sup it's hard to have the mana
Justify-
sustain or arc lightning.
it's hard justifying spamming arc lightning and farming as well. It's like eating a lot out of the map.
Yeah. And yeah, you normally like without the lane farm, it can be hard to have the mana, especially with like mana boots being nerfed, no talismans being nerfed, all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so let me get this right. You guys have been pausing nonstop. The one time I'm not here, they don't pause?
Yes.
I think that I think they got it out for you. See, look at look how much the damage the Brewmaster just like. Were you watching that?
That was pretty big deeps.
That was insane. It's because he was right next to him. The live wire did max damage. Like, look at this, dude. What the fuck, man? This fast is insane. I'm happy. I mean, Badger will tell you I'm a big aficionado of side lane Zeus.
Oh,
You are.
I've been playing it carry. I've been playing it carry for a long time. Won many a games with it on carry. This live wire facet, it like people are used to Zeus in the mid lane, but they're not used to Zeus trading inside lanes. This guy just like has an extra auto attack pretty much with live wire.
I had to get away from Keshi there, unfortunately, because Keshi just had like
Yeah.
7 1 charges. He would have lost that trade. By the way, is this the correct facet on Brewmaster? He went Drunken Master here instead of Roll of
This-
the Barrel.
Yeah, I'm surprised by this. I'll check and see if he got it in the last time that he played this hero.
All right,
No, he took roll up the barrel.
I'm not sure if he misclicked or this is intentional or something. I was just playing a game in Brewmaster mid a couple games ago where I just no points thunderclap.
Ooh, Andy's dead bottom lane.
I wish that I had Drunken Master for that one. You just like throw a blood grenade and a cinder brew, and you walk up to people and just like right click them. And you have all this extra damage from going stats.
Isn't Thunderclap very good, though?
Oh yeah,
No,
it's
No, not really. It's like okay. I think 0 points is a little bit troll. 1 point though, 1 point stats is like pristine. I think that's the ideal skill build. People were doing 0 points for a while though. I remember this is like a
let me tell you, it sucked when I didn't have blood grenade. Which is
yeah,
awesome.
exactly. You are like a complete blood grenade merchant. You do need it until you finish your radiance. So that's like a little while into the game.
Speaking
But I
of
mean,
blood
Brewmaster-
grenade merchants, Batrider's fighting bottom lane right now. And he'll end up bringing down the Venge, perhaps, and Venge is dead.
Yeah.
That hero bad. That hero's definitely a blood grenade merchant, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and it doesn't work with sticky napalm anymore, thank God. But this hero does so much damage with the innate and
Wait, were you the person I
napalm.
was talking to? We were discussing how it worked with 2 blood grenades, but not 1.
Yes. Probably. I mean, I did. I knew about this
Okay.
when they first changed it with Jakiro, right? It was when the Jakiro spell got introduced, Liquid Frost. They like
Yeah.
copied the coding with Batrider, and so like a
Yeah.
long time ago when blood grenades first came out, it worked with sticky napalm, but it was
Yep.
insanely broken. So they changed it in like 3 days. But
Yeah.
then but it only
Uh,
worked if you had one, because if you threw the blood grenade, because it wasn't in your inventory, it didn't know where, like it didn't know what source the damage came from. So it was just like, okay, the Bat Rider threw out a blood grenade. I guess it was one of his abilities. That's like the internal logic of the game.
okay.
And so it would like, so because it like counted as one of your abilities, the damage, like sticky napalm would proc off of it.
Yeah,
But
it
if you had
was.
two of them, the game would be able to be like, oh, hey, look, he blood grenaded him because there's another one in his inventory. So then it wouldn't work.
Okay.
Huh.
I don't remember which way it went, but I just
Yeah.
remember you could do some like sketchy shit with it. I don't remember if I was discussing it with you or the team that I was working with at the time.
Mhm.
You learn
Well,
something new every day. I had no idea it existed ever.
That was like a
and
point of contention. I remember watching someone stream and Kurt was literally talking about it. He was playing 5G Cure. He's like, let me buy the blood grenades, but you guys can't buy them. Like he was like, it was like had some weird comms. He's like, don't buy the blood grenades. I will buy them. I just can't buy all of them at once.
Guess you can maybe put one in your inventory, one in your stash, something like that. Maybe that's the
Yeah,
tech.
yeah. That's kind of what you have to do. But also you can just like buy them and send them on the courier. Like,
Ultra Gunner took
because
so much damage there. Sorry.
no, that's good. You're casting instead of talking about fucking things that aren't even in the game anymore.
So Dota 2 is a fascinating game. It really is.
Oh wait, maybe that's why he took Drunken Master. That's kind of an interesting idea. You can chase people down with the Grimstroke, like instigate. You can Inksaw the guy. It's got a pretty cool combo.
Kind of inconsistent. You lose a lot of like max damage that you would otherwise get from Cinder Brew, though.
No, not again, not again, not again. Please, I beg of you, internets. Ah! I hate my life.
I level 2.
The only reason I know is because I was using it to last hit creeps in my mid lane. I didn't have
Oh, Ultra Gunner is
uh,
dead.
All right, am I back? Am I here? Can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh my god. You open the net worth chart though. Look at Andy Bendy's net worth. Like he's less farm than the Orc Warden.
Oh no.
Or he's less farm, sorry, than the Grimstorm. This is like complete hell as Orc Warden. Your lane has to go well on this.
Obviously, it's not the greatest laning hero of all time, but that is certainly not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's not the greatest landing hero of all time. Also interesting. Okay, I'll go on a little bit of Arc Warden rant because I do like this hero a lot. Also, I play it a lot. Breezyar is fine, but he took the order facet, which is kind of interesting. Like pretty much everyone, like all the time, takes the other one where it, like flips the spells.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just checked mid to see if anything was going on. But yeah, I mean, the one this one farms better. The order farms better, but disorder it makes your laning a lot better because in like
The fast spark rates.
yeah, exactly. It makes the spark rates less damage but faster. So this one you like can farm more because they just do more damage because the jungle doesn't dodge you, but the enemy heroes dodge you.
Mhm.
Pretty interestingly though, like this Arcorn, it feels really bad now. He's not gonna have his Midas probably until like 10 minutes or something like he's upset before. And this was one of the things that I told Bunny though was like they have a lot of heroes that like might feel scary. Like no one really plays Arcorn, so you might not know what to do with it, but you just like don't respect it that much. You shouldn't respect it. He hasn't been like super spamming it or anything. So just
Well,
fucking
there's the
going down like
Ooh,
this.
that's a beautiful RP from
Yeah, the current RP was
enough.
crazy.
That was pixel perfect on both of them, I believe. And as a result, it will be 2 kills. Breezyar will attempt to clean things up, but at this point, his friends are dead, and he also might barely. Wait, he gets his own TP?
He was just rearming.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so they're doing a really good job. They just picked the heroes that they're very confident on. Enough has been playing Magnus for like 70 years. They've been spamming the Bat Rider games. They started playing it. Baboon was playing it a lot. So just pick what you're good at and like don't give respect unless like you actually believe in the hero. And I think Arcborn is kind of a fake hero. Like there's a reason you don't see very many people pick it. It's because the hero like meta wise isn't that good. And even if Andy is like better than your average player at it, doesn't mean you should like fear the boogeyman. You can just have some faith in yourself and believe that you'll boss up and beat it. Especially when you have as aggressive a lane as Bat Rider and Magnus. Like, these are two top meta heroes that will just like completely dumpster a lane. And Arcborn is like that can just happen on Arcborn. Like look at him, he's in hell. Put yourself in his shoes right now. That's terrible.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's been here before though. It's not the first time he's had a rough laning phase in Arcborn, and he knows how to come back.
Yeah, but they're not letting him. Look at this monkey, this absolute baboon chasing him through the jungle.
I mean, I agree. He has been here, and he should know how to deal with this. I mean, it is also better that he has the good comeback facet. Like both. Also, the W is also better for coming back this one instead of the other one. But you don't want to be here as Arcborn. Like he's gonna need now some kills to come back into the game with the clone.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, like Ultra Gunner didn't have the best lane possible. They have a lot of damage they're putting onto him, but he's Bristleback, so he's just fine. Bristleback's always going to be fine. He can always clear stacks. He's always going to be pretty useful in team fights. And if you try to focus him down in fights as well, you just kind of get punished for it.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Like even if he's having a bad game, like sometimes someone has a bad game, you just kill him, right? He's having a bad game, he's weak, just kill him. You shouldn't do that to Bristleback though, because it's like this guy will just have more impact than he would otherwise by targeting him.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if you can kill him every time you go on him, it's worth it. But if you just fail to do it once, you're probably going to die. You give him a lot of gold. Well, speaking of, Kurdo will lasso Andy Bendy. He'll stick him on the high ground.
He's Jesus.
Oh no.
He might actually kill the Bat Rider technically, but he's just stuck right now. See if TP. He does have TP at least.
No, he's dead. He's dead. Okay. That's kind of that's like a bad death. I mean, he's gonna have to TP on Andy, but you shouldn't be feeding him 400 gold infusions like that.
Yeah, he's right over to the mid lane where he's gonna be able to get some farm safely into the tower as well. Alright. Enough taking advantage of all the heroes rotating though and putting some pressure onto this tower. Now, this is what a universal hero should be doing. This clicking building with massive outrageous damage.
Yeah.
They could have had the opportunity to remove universal heroes, but they chose not to do it. It's too late now. We can't go back.
We can absolutely go back. It's never too late. Speaking of not too late, it's not too late for the Radiant Throne after a successful tower siege top lane. They've killed the Brewmaster and the Grimstroke, but now in comes Bat Rider, Bristleback, and Zeus. Keshi is somehow fine for now, but I'm not sure how long his days are numbered at this point. He's trying to live, but Bat Rider is one pesky hero. Breezyar backs him up, then stun comes through, and Bat Rider will get brought down as Keshi survives. Meanwhile, mid lane, though, Lefty plus the Zeus damage bring down the Arc Warden.
That's not good. At least he has his Midas, but like minute 11 Midas, 3,800 net. Like the Bat Rider is approaching his level of farm now.
Well, 2 fights, 1 mid, 1 top. Mid lane, RP is there against the Tinker. Tinker will attempt to run away. He's attempting to TP, getting away in time. He'll barely not go. And now, top lane, the fight is continuing. Split has not been used yet by Reed. They're targeting the Zeus for now. He's silenced. He will get brought down. Over Ultra Gunner, he's still relatively high in HP. He has somewhat low mana. But he's hitting. Split comes in from Reed. He'll cycle up the Magnus and swap. Save Keshi for the time being. Ultra still half HP. He's turning it around. There's bristles on his back. And Sick Nasty is now sick in the grave. Keshi is trapped and brought down as well. And it seems like Funny's owner in a very large lean right now.
Oh no! I just saw something that I did not know. One interaction. You see how fast the Avenge died to that Q? So, like it was the one Q did almost 600 damage. I don't think Reed's gonna die here. So, never mind. He's dead. So
yeah, he's been skewered LSA. But go on, Logical. What were you saying?
Okay, so this Venge was next to the Brewmaster splits, and then he got queued, and he like lost all his health. Oh, this is base. This is sorry, I keep interrupting myself. That was really good, Blasto. I'll talk about that also. But the Lina Q did so much damage because of her innate combustion. It does damage if other people are around you. And interestingly, Brewmaster Brewlings
Heroes.
are counted as heroes. Yes.
Yeah.
So they all got combusted, and they're all next to each other. So you just took 400 damage for like existing. That is like that's an insane interaction, which makes Lina like super good against Brewmaster. She can actually kill the Brewlings now, even though they have magic resistance, or like even though the green one has magic resistance, they'll just like die to Lina spells, especially once she gets the shard and the Ags. That's terrible. Okay, and the next thing I got really excited about for no reason, the Batrider ulting the Arc Warden. This is something that people really need to do more against Arc Warden. A lot of people don't know how the ult works, but like the way they reworked Tempest Double kind of a while ago, it was like almost a year ago at this point, or more than a year ago. If you kill the Tempest Double, the cooldown it resets. Like they changed this hero a little while ago, so all of a sudden like it lasts a lot longer, but the cooldown is really long also. So it's like a really big deal to kill this Tempest Double, and you should like it's more important if you're against the level 6 Arc Warden. If you kill the Arc Warden, he's just gonna respawn and go back to farming in like 30 seconds, right? But if you kill this Tempest Double, it's gonna go on a 100-second cooldown. It's like killing a bear, except like instead of having a resummon, it puts the resummon on cooldown.
Right.
Like,
I'm glad they did that because this hero was like way too good. I don't know, it was like a game-winning hero who like played by Smurfs and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was giga annoying to play against this because he just played incredibly safe on the main hero unless you were very coordinated and able to like actually punish it. You know.
Well, it's once again Jake Erdo time. Lasso into RP into Skewer. Goodbye, Andy Bendy. Grimstroke. One of it going down eventually gets all, but it could be turn time. Keshi somehow still alive. And now they'll swap in the Batrider. They're running down as for sure. They lost their Arc Warden, but they kept the Grimstroke alive and they brought down two.
That was the tanker impact, keeping the Grimstroke alive there. He hit him with the Holy Locket heal, and he also the like Keshi wanded and he put the shield on him. And there was a little bit of Mark Shield also, the heal bots. But that was pretty cool save. That was a nice play though by Dire overall. Like at the start of that skewer into RP, or that RP into skewer. You saw enough brought him through all the trees there, because the way skewer works now, it's damage per tree. Mm-hmm. So got the maximum damage from that skewer just by bringing him through all the trees.
I'm a little bit concerned that even though they managed to like keep one of those heroes alive and turn that one around with the Tinker, like it is going to be the Arc Warden who carries this game. Like no one else is going to be able to do nearly as much damage. So if you are going down on Andy, it is very costly.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's also probably fine for Dire because of that.
Yeah.
This hero can come back though. I mean, definitely. Badger has been hyping it up. Like definitely a couple of fights where Dire just like overextends, which has been going on. We'll get this Arc Warden back into the game.
Yeah.
This hero can just like find money out of nowhere for like no reason. So they do have to like keep killing him. He is 2-6 though, right? So he probably won't carry the game. Especially Bristleback, it's like really easy to carry a game on Bristleback. This hero just like has impact.
They've swapped in the mag. He's very deep right now. He tried to go for a play of his own, but now he's been caught. He'll skewer away the Venge. Will end up being fine for the time being thanks to Inkswell a buff. Zeus in the periphery, but it should be a dead mag. Meanwhile, we're diving with the Brewmaster. Auroral TP away will barely be successful, but again, you kill the mag, you'll probably kill this tower. It's still a win for Royal Andy.
They're looking top right now. There might be a lasso into Lina TP.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do.
He's thinking about it. He feels it. He smells the blood in the water. And it is shark time. Blink. Lasso. In come the allies. And down goes the... Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
he's
Lauren.
dead.
That's fucked up, man.
That was so overkill, but it's a good play anyways to make sure there's no like any saves. Because they do have a lot of saves on Radiant. We only saw it the one time with Tinker, but they have Bench Slop save. They have the Grimstroke E plus Shard eventually, and then they also have all the Tinker kills, so you will need to like overkill heroes to actually kill them. But it's also important not to overcommit, because that's how Radiant will come back.
We're not done fighting. Ultra Runner steals the stack, but it's vengeance for the stack time. Not the Arc Warden, the stack, actually. Keshi's being hunted by two. Meanwhile, we see Brew going towards the mag. Back to the Grimstroke. He's under his tower. Baboon's low on HP. Andy Bendy should bring him down. Meanwhile, Sick Nasty will swap Ultra Gunner, mostly for the barrier. They'll try to kill Bristleback. He does indeed have Bristles on his back, and he's doing a ton of damage. But is he tanky enough? The answer is not really, though he brought down the Grimstroke with his death.
Yeah. That was pretty bad for Dire. They overcommitted. Oh,
We're still not done. They'll certainly kill the Venge. Laguna Blade slicing and dicing, but... Okay, now
No
we're done, I
stuns.
think.
they're vacation though.
Sorry.
All good. Yeah. That was. I mean, Dire's still overextended. I would say it's. I mean, it's still very good for Radiant. You lose both your subs. You get a core and the Bat Rider, who was core level farm for a while. It's.
Did he get? I'm sorry, I was a little bit distracted. I was watching Orbit Destruction. Yeah, that's whatever. The Bristleback committed pretty far. I'm surprised he didn't go like deeper into the enemy.
Speaking of Brewmaster committing pretty far, he's been RP'd on one, and they used everything to kill him. Now Venge is the new targets. He's been... Actually, he swapped himself even deeper in. Problem is, Lefty's a double kill on the Lena right now, and Ultra Gunner once again has Bristles on his back. He's running forward very deep under this tower. They do not have any means of addressing this hero right now. He's just so strong.
Yeah, go with
Yeah. And they can for sure get this tower at least. Clones going down, and they have everyone behind them. The Lena's so strong. We haven't really talked that much about Lefty this game also, but he is popping off. 7-1-1 on Lena, who's like one of the most broken mid heroes on this patch.
I really hate this build.
Which one?
The build of everything that goes right now. You just go booster travel eggs and you one hit heroes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like you hate that it's good. Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant you like a different you think that it's bad and a different build is better. But yeah, I agree.
This is just a good build.
It's a
like
good
Nyx
build,
Assassin.
but I don't like it.
Yeah. It's like core Nyx Assassin. Because also you don't kill him. Like you think, oh my god, this Lena is like so all in on spell in. Surely he'll just die if I go on him. But no, he's got 2,000 health already, pretty much. And he gets fucking 35% magic resistance when he presses his spell.
Yeah. He managed to get the Whisper of the Dread as well, so he just has another 8% spell amp on top of everything that he already has. It's like one of the best things that you can get.
Just do more damage, guys. Just do more damage. You can't go wrong with more damage.
Aether Lens next to just be able to sit incredibly far back and blow people out. Like this thing that gives you what unobstructed movement to obviously just fly through the trees and kill somebody.
That's the goal. Speaking of
Walk
killing
away
somebody,
after.
Brewmaster's right now under the Dire T2 tower, but he splits. He's already killed the Zeus, and he surely wants more kills. He's running at Lena. Meanwhile, Bristleback's being kite on the south side. He's been Gleipnired, I do believe, but again, he's a Bristleback. He's got bristles on his back. He's quite tanky, though. He's only 1/3 HP right now. It's an awkward fight. Mag looks for the angle. He's got Blink. He's got Skewer. Is that on 2? But no, it's a Blink away anyways. I'm not quite sure how that one worked, but it worked out anyways. Now, up to the Brewmaster's lassoed by Kurdo. But the swap will cancel that one. Laguna Blade kills the Venge, but in comes that Soulbind from the Grimstroke. Bat and Bristleback are together, and both are surviving for the time being. Brewmaster runs forward. Lena looks for an angle. Zeus respawns, TP's into the fight. Brewmaster will channel the Watcher, cancel channeling the Watcher. He's still being kited around right now. There's one more skewer to the east side, this time towards that secret shop. LSA hits the Tinker. Tinker's half HP. Brewmaster is dropping. Radiant are collapsing. Tinker will attempt to rearm and get away right now. And actually, he will get away with the TP. But it's still a dead Brewmaster, and it's still not a great fight for Royal Andy Keshi. Sidesteps the LSA, but it's a loss for the Radiant side.
Yeah. That's pretty tough for Royal Andy, I think, because that's like the ideal way that they want to take a fight, where they're just like 5-man, and Dire has to run into the Tinker March. But even still, like they just do so much damage, and they have a lot of displacement also on Dire with the Lasso and the Magnus Skewer. The whole point of this Tinker is you just like spam March, and you heal everyone, and you make your team really difficult to kill, and you're like everyone's annoying to kill. But I mean, the Lena just does too much damage, so you can just kill people through it. And the Magnus will like pull you out of the march and like bring you away from your team's formation. So they're in a pretty tough spot. I think they kind of forced this Tinker pick, and I don't know how much it's doing for them right now.
Well, seems like Mag's being gone on, though. killing him is never the easiest job in the world. He skewers away. They still want the kill, but seems like he'll barely live. And he will.
That Nimbus was crazy. It killed the Tinker Creep somehow. He just like placed it and it happened to kill it, nuke the Tinker. I don't think it would have killed the Magnus, but it did. It helped him out.
Yeah, Nimbus. I don't like Nimbus. I have never liked Nimbus. I have never liked Nimbus. I guess after my Haunt comments earlier probably surprises you, but I think Nimbus is very lame.
I think, honestly, the other way around. I think Nimbus is super overrated and overbought. This item, it's gotten a lot of nerfs since it originally came out, and it has some good things going for it. Obviously, like global vision is good. Global stun can never be bad. But I think it's like for 4,200 gold, it's just like one lightning bolt a lot of the time because people don't stand in it, right? So you just like place in and they run away from it. And I think, like, imagine you had a Glimmer Cape, he could also be having crazy impact. And like on core heroes, a lot of the times, like Kaya upgrades, Octarine, these kind of items do a lot more.
Thought we were going to see a fight mid lane, but we do not see a fight mid lane because, well, Dire did not want to dive with only limited vision. But then again, Bristleback does not care. He just walks in anyways.
I want to see a Kaya item on Zeus.
On 5 Zeus?
Oh, did you see a silence from Keshi? What a great reaction. I think he precasted that one.
Good Meteor Hammer, man.
I could get behind it, help kill some towers. I think if he's trying to win, though, probably Glimmer Cape 4-step would be better.
Oh, Tinker's been caught top lane, and he is incredibly dead. RP is committed just for fun, and now Lefty is beyond godlike 10 and 1. His only death was pretty horn, right?
Yeah. He was the first blood, and then never again since then.
I mean, this
Also,
is kind of how this Lina build is. They don't have anyone who's like, amazing at jumping her as well. The only person that can catch her is the Venge, and she's just never going to be far forward enough for that to happen.
Yeah. Also, Lina just like plays in the trees, right? So even if you have a hero, you need a hero that gives tree wave, which Venge does, but it's like a small line. So the Lina's just gonna wait in the trees and then like pop out and one-shot someone and then go back to the trees because of the free pathing. Like the Bat Rider, look at this.
You're saying Lina is actually the real Nature's Prophets? He's the one who speaks for the trees.
Lina is the real Bat Rider.
I see. What does that make Bat Rider then?
It's fake Bat Rider. I don't know.
I see.
He's budget Magnus.
What does that mean exactly?
He's lassoing. He like lassos one guy.
Except Lina flies over the trees and Bat Rider breaks them behind him, so Lina's just better.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when you have this much, like when your lane goes well and you have this much money, he probably should do a lot of damage. He probably does a little bit too much damage though.
Well, it is smoke time. Royal Andy want to change the fate therein. Dire are going for Roshan, but Radiant want to rendezvous and catch them at Roshan. They run into Lefty, who's got no BKB. Oh. If they can kill him, it's huge! And they kill Lefty's Lina. And Roshan's still absolutely fine. In come the cavalry. Zeus has been caught. Bristleback under duress right now. Zeus will TP away, and it will be canceled by the Vengeful Spirit Missile. That's 2 down, double kill for Andy Bendy. And we head to Bristleback, who is just healing off all the damage, but eventually the Bloodstone active will end. And maybe they'll try to kill him again. They're at least attempting to kill him. They're doing everything they can. It's not going all that well, but eventually he'll surely die. He's been stunned once again and finally gets brought down by Andy Bendy. That's 3 kills for the side of Royal Andy, and now they could perhaps go for Roshan.
Yeah, that was well played by Andy. They ran that play really quickly, and Dire wasn't able to set up their formation in time. Catching the Lina is like amazing. They were not able to do anything they wanted.
Yeah, just best case scenario. The Gleipnir, I think, like just got finished as well, didn't it?
He's had it for a little while. I think he just finished the Shadow Blade.
Yeah. But lack of save there. Lina just like going down instantly, no defensive items. I mean, this is like the downside of going for this build. You want to get like a couple things before you build even a single defensive item. The enemies just like have a lot of game time to punish you by then. So you do end up dropping when you get caught out of position. So nice movement there by them. I'm surprised that they even had the damage to kill Ultra Gunner. I thought between the Bloodstone and the Vampire things, he would just heal through like everything everybody wanted to do to him.
Yeah, I mean they do a lot of damage when they're able to isolate them. They have like a little bit of minus armor with Avenge, and Arc Warden is just like a lot of single target damage with how this hero works now, with like the double bubbles, and like especially if any other person like in there, that's why he's able to kill the Roche.
We have a weird fight bottom lane. I'm not even sure who's at the advantage state right now. Baboon's taking a lot of damage. His team is nearby, but they might just abandon him anyways.
He was trying to buy time for his team to get closer.
Yeah, I mean, he runs in now, and once again, he got Bristol back. And the Glunablade brings down one life of the Brewmaster, but luckily, mid lane is breaking out as well. Bless you, Neff. We see enough. BKB and TP back to the bottom lane. The fight. How did Brewmaster? Wait. How did Bristol walk away from that?
I mean, they just killed him, and he had no swap, so he just killed him and walked away.
I see.
Pretty... Yeah. I think that's net good for Dire.
Yeah.
For being technical, it's a 1k Radiant swing, but losing that Aegis is definitely a rough macro thing to happen.
Yeah, I think that they might have gotten that like 100 gold from whatever else was happening in the game. I guess, I mean, the Batrider kill, yeah. The Batrider kill was the 1k gold lead, but yeah, it doesn't actually mean that much. And like, Venge, for instance, was the one who got the kills. That gold isn't really doing much.
I think they're like halfway to a bunch of items right now on the Dire side, so they're basically happy taking like a nothing fight, especially when the enemies have Aegis, and just backing up. Like Magnus is what? Yeah, dude, I fucking this is whatever. Never mind. I don't want to flame him.
Yeah, I don't like this build. A lot of people have been doing this too. Fair enough. A lot of people have been doing Kaiosha, but I don't like it like this. Like most people will get it like really early. But I also don't think he needs to. I think he just be strong. I think it's such a good.
I'm sure he's just like a massive weeb or something, and he wants to build the sword items.
Is he? I mean, logical. You would know. Is he a weeb?
No, for sure not.
Okay, good.
He is. Oh no, he's not even unemployed anymore. Actually, I was gonna say he is unemployed, but that's not even true.
Also, I take somewhat offense that we're designating swords and anime item, you know? Swords predate anime by a few thousand years, so...
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm just saying.
Something we would say.
Smoke up on 4 from Funny Zone. They're going to find the real Arc Warden on a Dire side Observer Ward. Nimbus is the lead, and with the detection, they'll easily bring him down. Big kill, though. The money did go to the Zeus. Probably the worst target to give it to.
He's building his Kaya. I want him to get that Meteor Hammer. I mean, I just think Kaya is a very good item on Zeus because the mana regen. This building's like, okay.
It's like he could he's playing 5, you know, like there's a lot of impact he could be having. The Glimmer Cape would be like insane against the Radiant heroes. Force Staff is also really good. It can help you out against the Zeus Gleipnir, or against not the Zeus Gleipnir, against the Arc Warden Gleipnir. I think there are just other items that are like very good. Even like a Lens to cast Lightning Bolt from farther away has better utility.
It's skewer forward time. RP into the Glunablade, into LS. Able to swap! Might save him! He's got the split. He's running. He's doubling back. He's not using split still. He's just waiting to use split, perhaps. Or never mind, he's just dying. Wait, maybe? No, he actually lives!
Oh my god.
There's no way he lives here, right? There's no way he lives here still.
Many are saying that he will.
He's trying to. He's out the red ruling. They don't know where it is. How is that possible?
The DT, I do think if he split instantly, I think he would have died to the Lina spells because the interaction that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Before. This DD Lina, it's like, it's not kosher. It's fucked up. They gotta do something about this hero. Because like also when you get Spell Amp, it makes the combustion do more damage.
Yes, sir. It's not okay.
And then like you do more damage so that it combusts more often. It doubles up on itself also because like the shard is like flat damage and then that gets equal. So there's like a lot of like multiple forces of bullshit at work here.
You saying it sort of feeds itself, creates a cycle in that regard?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, Lincoln's once again blocks Lasso. And now we are still fighting anyway. It splits on cooldown for 65 more seconds. Though Reed appears not to care. He's just running forward right now. And as a result, Dire sensing Reed's aura, they walk away.
It looks like everyone's gonna get out. Andy Bendy check. We haven't discussed him in a while. He's been farming. He's second highest on the net worth now. He's finally managed to surpass Ultra Gunner's net worth. This is a problem.
All right, once again, Lincoln Sphere will save Breezy temporarily, but this time I don't think he can get out. He's definitely not getting out this time. Meanwhile, top lane, more important fights breaking. Never mind. Big Kid Easy's by enough. Ultra Gunner's fine. Everyone's fine. Wait, how did Kesha get there? He's dead now, though.
Yeah, he was looking for some angle and then just gets caught a little bit. Oh, they're going for the arc.
Barely
Are they gonna get it? No!
They did not get it in time.
He didn't get it.
Pick Nasty, though, will not be so lucky. He's dead. So that's now 3 kills. Double kill for Ultra Gunner. And yeah, Funny Zoner once again reestablishing a moderately sized lead.
A lot of back and forth here. Definitely went too far forward and chasing all these heroes. I'm surprised that Benny's managed to get away. Oh, they catch the Brewmaster. Certainly this time Brewmaster doesn't get away with it.
I mean, he's got the split. He'll attempt the split and get away. The Lina is not quite here yet, but there's just too much damage. The Brewlings could not survive. Lina, not even required.
Yeah, no shard on Brew to do any tricks also.
Wait, that means no ult on Brewmaster. They decided to push high ground here. They've got 1 fortify. By the middle
yeah, they could just like run it down on Dire. They're it's tough.
Yeah, I think Ultra Gunner just stays up on the high ground here while Lina clicks.
He does have to watch out for swap. Buffles also brought up a good point in chat. Ultra doesn't have a shard. This is like it's like really bad. The shard makes this hero. You should really buy it ASAP. Like, I think, in my opinion, the best build on Carry Bristle is Ag's Voodoo Mask shard.
Is he perhaps reading it out to get it from the Tormentor?
No, you see, this is I'm gonna cut this idea off as soon as possible because he's the carry, so that means you're the last guy to get it from the Tormentor, right? This is the item you want this is the item you want as close to minute 15 as possible. That's how much.
Well, Ultra Gunner doesn't believe in it. Like he was up the freaking assault crest before.
I'm here to humiliate him.
I'm not saying he's correct, but I'm saying he's doing it.
No, I think I'll say
he knows better than that for
80%
sure.
chance. 80% chance we ask him about this. Let's say they win this game, they win the next one. We ask him, hey, like, what was the idea behind not buying Bristleback Shard in game 3? He'll tell you, I forgot about it. Like, 95% chance. I'd put money on that. I'm not a betting man, but I'd put money on that.
Speaking of forgetting, Kurto forgot the enemy team was bottom lane and he got brought down easily.
How long do we got to rush? A minute and 20. They're setting up around the pit, but there's so much time left. About right, I'll get a chance to respawn.
She's a madman. That is a wild play to make. I am so shocked he's alive right now.
I really don't know what Ultra Gunner is afraid of right now. To be honest with you.
Well, Tempest Double will barely go down, I do believe, and at this point we're back to retreating.
That's really big. 80 seconds where they like can't fight at all on Radiant.
Yeah, Roshan not responding for another 37 seconds, so I mean, if they go up top and scout that, they're not going to get it. Is he going to bolt the ground? He's not. Reserve reward stays. Do you think they'll hang around the pit until it respawns?
Oh, I was hoping he would. I mean, he's Zeus. He has 2 global abilities. He might as well stay in there. It's... I guess they're both on cooldown, but...
He does have the Kaya.
Very nice.
Another thing I don't like about the Kaya also is it doesn't work on Nimbus. Nimbus is not affected by Solar.
Yeah.
Meteor Hammer
It is a split-up fight right now. Reed is in the vanguard for the time being, and they decided to wrap around to get anybody but Reed, but could not find a target.
And now they take Roshan. I mean, they set up in the triangle. They move back to the pit. The enemy is like are gonna have trouble like being anywhere close to this now. They just need Ultra Gunner in there to take it. Man, if only he had Shard to take it even faster. You know?
If only.
Oh, it's in his quick buy. Look at his quick buy. It's in his quick buy. He knows about its existence. He's remembered.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, progress has been made, and that's actually what matters on Bristles. Like you can afford to make some mistakes. You can afford to have a bad game on Bristle because this hero is very forgiving. You're just like so tanky all the time, and you just like naturally do damage. Like look at this damage right now, for no reason. He didn't even click his ult. He just hits for what is that, 600?
Yeah. Good hero.
Yeah, about 550. It's pretty high.
He can click the ult also. He's not even 25 yet.
I think the 25 health regen is undervalued, by the way. That's a lot of health regen.
I would agree with that, but I think there's no reason anyone should take this. Like, I mean, there's some like offlane builds, but like if you're buying in Ags, you need this cold stack damage talent. It's like such a big power spike.
Well, they found the Venge. The mobile vision is there, and now Venge is no longer there.
I mean, think about it. He's got Sanjin Yash right now. That 25 regen's actually just like 35.
Yeah. He could just press Bloodstone on a creep wave. They're like Bloodstone.
Alright, fuck you.
My fault.
We are once again back to a somewhat similar game state. It's Funny Zone with a minor to moderate lead, but they still cannot win the game. So, again, what exactly do Funny Zone need to do to break this game open? Is it just finally buying Shard on Bristleback? Well, he's done it. So is that it?
Probably
I think
build a sheepstick and catch this fucking Tinker and Arc Warden hero that are just gonna be shoving lanes.
Yeah, they do need to catch people. I think the way that the Dire has their map set up right now is a little bit bad. They should probably have like Zeus pushing out the waves. He should have a defensive item so he doesn't get 100 to 0 by the clone. I think that's pretty important. The fact that he can just like die to a rogue clone is.
Well, they found the Arc Warden. Found the real Arc Warden. At that, he's saved by Sick and Nasty for the time being, as well as Keshi for that matter. And well, we see another play. We see Bristleback just really far forward at the Radiant Tri Camp. Seems like he'll avenge, and he barely will. And at this point, we are once again bound to stop on the Radiant side.
Yeah, but I mean, the moment they take a fight and start like trying to push in, like Breezy's and like getting to work, marching a wave somewhere else, and he's gonna be sending out his Tempest Double somewhere else as well. Like just pushing into this becomes very difficult. Like a support pick off of Vengeful Spirit feels like whatever compared to the overwhelming push that they have.
Well, Breezy will attempt the miracle play, and it will not work. He's been bound by too many heroes, and now he's dead.
Right, that's an important one. That's a kill that actually matters.
Yeah. And they could even like poke the high ground and look for like skewer backs. It's a little bit hard though, because Enough doesn't have an Ags or a Harpoon. Kind of wish he'd buy Ags instead of this refresher. But I mean, obviously double RP, double BKB is it. Alright, yeah, looks like they are gearing up to actually go break high ground now. Ultra
I mean,
in the banner.
You have to whenever you go for wouldn't be fun to kill onto either the Tinker or the Arc Warden. Otherwise, like you run a risk of the game just lasting another 10 minutes. There's something going wrong.
True.
These heroes are so good at splitting. Dude, look at the Brewmaster's build. He's going Pipe Eternal Shroud. I actually like this.
Yeah. It's fuck Lena. I mean, he probably has like, maybe he has Dota Plus. He just sees the damage breakdown. It's
yeah,
like
80% magic.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done this many times.
Well, here we go again. We're once again still high ground. They've swapped in Bristleback, but he does have 2 lives. Venge goes down. Bristle's 1 life. Lasso is there at the Dark Warden. Mark Warden is still kept on his own high ground. Lee tries to bring him down from the low ground, and RP comes in on 2. Arc Warden and his clone both are dead. Grimstroke's being run down. Arc Warden buys back. Grimstroke will survive, but it will be a 4v4 siege still. Dire maintain their banner. Radiance can't really hit it, but For the time being, they're going to back off. They forced out a couple key buybacks, and by a couple, I mean exactly one key buyback. And they're backing off now.
I guess
Yeah,
playing
dire
this
swings.
safe as hell, man. That's.
I was gonna say that.
Go ahead, Logic. I'm the side character
No,
here. Speak
no,
your
no,
truth.
no. You got it. I was gonna say they were playing slow as hell. I don't think they had a reason to buy back. They killed the Arc clone too, so this guy's
Yeah.
half his hero.
Too much respect, man. You were saying earlier that you're playing against this, you just don't respect it. There's a reason why it's not a very popular hero. It's not that good. I think that's your time to just kind of play forward. They put everything that they had on cooldown. He's half his hero. Brewmaster split was committed. They still had the Roshan banner up, so there's no way of them like clearing out the creep wave.
Yeah,
A little bit too defensive.
I mean, the Bristol didn't have BKB, so I guess he wasn't content with hitting. But I think they could have done it. There's also something to be said. I think part of the reason that they feel like this is because of the itemization concerns that we've had. No Glimmer Cape once again. Bristleback also no armor item. I'll say like just getting a casual plate mail. I think even could have superseded like the Saint Yasha. I think just like having this like 10 armor item is so good. It transcends games. People even do this in League. I started watching a little bit of League. People will just like buy like the small armor items in that game also. I don't really understand what goes on though.
I actually like picking up a plate mail before a big fight. Same goes for Cloak.
It turns out not taking damage is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, once
sitting
again,
on
both
one right
Tormentors die. We're up to 9. We have 9 shards in the game. The one not there is the Arc Warden shard, but I don't know what that
That
shard
one's
does.
pretty good. Yeah, it increases your damage. Oh, they got another kill on the clone. But
Unlucky.
it's probably like, I mean, they're not doing anything with it, so I don't even really think it matters that much. You can't farm for 80 seconds. That's kind of bad. But not taking a fight off of it. I mean, you can't really. Actually, you can fault them for it, but they probably just like don't really know what this hero does, and it's hard to know what everyone does. So that's fine.
Bristleback changed his mind from the Assault Cuirass, is going for the Lotus Orb instead. I
That's
mean, this is
fine.
the issue with like carry Bristleback, in my opinion. Like you find yourself like you want to be doing all the right click damage in the world. You already do so much damage. You find yourself wanting to just like play in front more than anything else. Your hero already has so much, and so you build things like Lotus Orb even though you're the carry.
Yeah, I think it does fine though, because you are just like you're just so strong anyways.
Another catch from the Bat Rider. That's going to be a very dead Grimshark. Meanwhile, they've gone on the Arc Warden as well. He's RP'd on that tier 2 tower. Royal Andy, that's a dieback on Arc Warden. This could be time to finally go high ground. Surely, die or go high ground now, right?
Yeah. If they
Never know.
don't, I'll be pissed.
They keep you on your toes. Can't be
Yeah.
sure. I mean, they are just like scaling also, right? So it's not like they're losing the game. I don't even say they're like putting themselves in a bad position because their gold lead is growing. But I mean, you can expect to like play super well the entire game, especially like when these games have been so back and forth and there have been a lot of mistakes because it's just like a high tension game.
I mean, the longer a game goes, the more it becomes a 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, we're running out of heroes to die, though. I mean, we saw Reed. It took them a long time to kill him, but they eventually killed him.
Yeah, I mean, surely they should run down the lane at some point. They are also missing a pipe on Dire. I don't really know if Magnus should buy it, though. So that's like another item that I'll say Aurora could help buy. But Dave definitely like doesn't care. He'll just buy whatever item he thinks is cool.
Well, Brewmaster buys back. Surely Dire know there's no Arc Warden buyback. So Funny Zone had the opportunity. Ultra Runner once again, surprise, surprise, is in Vanguard. He's tanking the damage, but again, the Lincolns blocks the lasso. So no lasso. It's on cooldown for a solid 35 more seconds. And there we go. It's a skewer. It finds Tinker, the ideal target. And they'll bring him down right away. Venge tried to swap. Went for the mag instead, I think. And now at this point, there's 2 more buyouts coming in. Chicks, Nasty, Breezy are both back into the game. Hex is there onto the Brewmaster. Brewmaster is taking a lot of damage. He's in there. He's fighting the Bristleback. He's surprisingly tanky. And he's chasing them away from his base right now. He's got split available if he wants to use it, but he's holding it for the time being. Breeziar blinks in. He's a little bit careful. RP is there, only on one. Is there a save? Is it available? There's a Glimmer Cape. There's no detection. At this point, an LSA on two. They still can't kill Breeziar. Ultra is trying, but he's running out of HP. He's cycling in the air. Big Dave will go down. Back over to Ultra. He's in a lot of danger. He's hexed. He's trying to survive. There's too many stuns. There's too much damage. Bristleback can die, it turns out. And now we're hunting for more. Tinker has found the Zeus. Zeus will perish. Double kill for Breeziar. And somehow, some way, we did not take the barracks.
That is pretty impressive that they didn't do it. they're like doing like different levels of scaling now. The Zeus was also scaling. I mean, I'll start. I guess first that fight. Obviously, very good for Radiant. They did have to commit some buybacks, so they might be able to force out a Bristle buyback here. Magnus has no BKB if he wants to do some skewer back stuff. So like if he skewers, he might get swapped after. Well, they do have Lena though. Lena will just one-shot your big guy.
Well, it's Skewer the Brewmaster. Swap brings Venge way into the base. There's a lasso. It's an RP only on one, but Arc Warden's not being focused right now. They'll try to kill him. Right now it's crumble time. That's 3 buybacks. Bat Rider, Lena, Bristleback are all once again in the game. Bristleback's in the front lines. He's been hexed by the Arc Warden, I do believe. And at this point, Brewmaster still half HP. Inkswell will purge the LSA Son if he wants to use it. But he's once again hexed right afterwards. BKB's there from Ultra Gunner. Reed will attempt the TP. That will somehow not work. And now it's hunting time. Tempest Double is dead. The Grimstroke will end up going down. Double kill for Ultra Gunner. That's 3 dead on the Radiant side. 2 of them do not have buy. Wait, what is Andy doing? Andy's going in. Look at Andy right now. This is such a ballsy. Oh, if he gets this play to work, it's so ballsy.
Is it?
No clone for this play. It's a bit tough. He can kill the Bat Rider, but killing Magnus is too hard.
He's going for it. Maybe. He really wants
He
to
might
go
get this
for
bat.
it.
He might get that bat on the tail end. Bat Rider hit 25 also. He's got Octarine plus 25 now. This guy can just like he can solo kill the Arc Warden also. Like, they have so much to worry about. He might do it too. Let's see. Nah, he's out of there. Okay. Good game sense by Andy. Oh, it's okay. Enough finally gets the Ags also. Okay, so I think this is the main. If I were to like diagnose the main problem for Dire, I agree. I think they like didn't strike when the iron's hot, and I think their itemization has made it hard. Like it's kind of forced them into playing this game where they're just trying to all scale and all like carry the game at the end. Like if enough got an Ag sooner, then the Bristleback could hit the towers more easily. Because like then the Bristle won't just like. Then if he's getting sprayed with spells, you can actually catch someone with the Magnus Horn Toss. See,
Yeah,
like
makes
now
total sense.
it's so easy. Now it's so easy for them to hit because if anyone walks up, they're just gonna get like. Okay,
I
enough
think
kind
the
of.
Horn Toss might have missed, but it mattered not. They killed the Venge. He's got no buyback.
Even still, just like being able to, they like actually have to be scared on Radiant. They can't just spam spells at him. Oh, the Archborn clone. That's a lasso. Oh, I guess the lasso's good.
Here we go. The clone on Arc
Okay.
Warden has fallen. That will be gone for a long time, perhaps too long. Did Batmus refresh? I think it was Zeus who
No,
refreshed.
Zeus.
And now Brewmaster will waddle. Never mind, he'll cancel his TP. And Funny Zone up 2 racks will back off, despite having Aegis and knowing Venge just die backed.
I mean,
Okay then.
Zeus Archborn, or not Zeus Archborn, sorry, Tinker Archborn High Ground. I kind of see where their head is at after thinking about that, but we're all in agreement that they could be pushing it a little bit more.
They had PTSD from their push earlier.
Alright, they have returned. It's go time. And it's leaf time. Okay then. It's got 1,000 damage and infinite HP.
They got away from Magnus. Yeah. Now Magnus is close. Now they can actually like threaten a little bit. If Ultra gives vision, you can try to bring him back. Yeah. I like the angle enough is taking. Oh, he's looking for Tinker.
RP on 2. It's fantastic. The Skewer into a 3-man LSA. Wombo combo. RP again. 2 down. Tinker's got no buyback. Grimstroke does buyback, but Brewmaster does not have one. And barring a miracle, game 3 will now go to the Funny Zone. What a huge play from Enough.
Maybe not yet.
They swap the Mag. Mag may go down, but the trade is for Venge. Venge, once again, has no buyback. Bat Rider will be KB. He'll walk away as Lena brings down the Grimstroke. The dieback on Grimstroke. It's Arc Warden against the World. And, well, usually the World will win that one, and the World has won that one. GG is called, and now we are one game away from Funny Zone. At long last, getting that monkey off their back and winning, lads.
Yeah. I mean, they got there in the end. And they were scaling, so I can't fault it that much. It's like, it was one approach to ending the game.
I'm not crazy about it. It feels like the people in the Funny Zone have kind of like main character syndrome, where all of them want to be like the person who scales. Even the Zeus, who's playing support, like Kaya, Aether Lens, Aghanim Scepter, no save items, into building a Refresher Orb. And they did end up getting it done in the end, but it was a 51-minute game. I think there were easier ways to go about it, especially with how hard they shut down the Arc Warden at the beginning of this one. It never felt like Funny Zone was in danger of losing, but definitely could have been a bit cleaner.
Yeah, I agree. I think there is some merit to having this like 5-core way of ending the game. Like Falcons have done this shit like a bazillion times in the past 2 years, where the game goes to minute 55, and it's like boring as a spectator to watch, but I mean it's efficient. They've been really successful. They'll just like snaking will be higher net worth than the enemy cores eventually. Like just as the game goes on, they farm and close out the entire map. So I mean, there's something to be said there. I agree though. I think a little bit was like lacking understanding or like over respecting these heroes because it is Arc Tinker, right? Like I don't envy them having to go high ground into Arc Tinker in like a relatively high pressure game. That shit is like annoying. You have to make split second decisions. If you make the wrong one, you can let them come back in the game.
Yeah, Giga miserable, especially with the Brewmaster sitting in front, who feels incredibly tanky, especially with the Venge save behind him if you do manage to blow them up. Or if it looks like you're going to blow them up, but yeah, very clean game out of Funny Zone. I'm not surprised. I'm definitely favoring them coming into this. Logical. After a 50-minute game like that, where it feels like the Tinker and the Arc Warden are both on an uphill struggle. We're in game number 4 at this point. Do you think it's going to affect them going into the last or this next game here? I almost said last. Could be their last.
Could be their last. Yeah, I think they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board for the draft. I think the Funny Zone got like a lot of things that they wanted. I think they kind of got too much in this game. They need to. They can't let them have all these heroes. The game became really easy to play. They had like so many win conditions that even though we're kind of in agreement that they weren't playing the best, they like still got away with everything. They have Bristleback, like super failsafe hero. Magnus also, you can always come back in. Like strong at all points of the game. Good at like
Great
robbing
heroes
games
with
with
the
skill.
travel.
Yeah, Lena like decidedly bullshit. Just does way too much damage. So like definitely like some of these heroes you have to take away. And I think I mean, Dota Buff broken website currently. I'm gonna have to go back through Badger's VOD real fast and scrub through to find what the draft is like, but I think they should have changed things up a little bit.
I'm just saying, ever since they fired you from Dota Buff, they've gone all downhill. So I think we know what we gotta do. We gotta bring Logical
Well,
back.
I gotta do them like that. I gotta bring that
I
up
don't
on
think
air, man.
so. That's a great company.
Oh, okay.
But they should
I'll-
fix their website, I'll say.
I'll talk shit though. I need to fix their website. If I see another fucking steak ad, I accidentally opened the website without ad blocker once. Jesus fucking Christ! I have like a steak like mouse scroller. It felt like I was down in 2006, like installing a Dragon Scimitar thing on my family desktop and getting everybody a virus. I don't know, man. I can't imagine using that site without an ad blocker. The state of it is just disgusting. But good website. Outside of that,
I guess we just don't have a break because we're already in game 4. The teams are there rapidly. You guys had a good conversation going on around, and we're just we're back. It's winner's point now for Funny Zone. If they win this one, it's over. And Royal Andy, I mean, this is the one time this season they have been in a must-win scenario. They have never been in the losers bracket this season, and this is it. You either win this game, you bring it to game 5, or you go home. And for those who know their history, there are a number of lads finalist losers on this dire side, and they really want to avenge their previous losses. So in that regard, they have a lot to do here.
Yeah. This draft is the first time Royal Andy has had first pick. I think they must have always chose Radiant or always chose second. No, they must have always chose Radiant. No one picks Dire, right? So
Yeah, they chose Radiant in games 1 and Funny Zone had choice in games 2 and 3. So now they have choice in
yeah,
game 4. They chose first.
yeah. I think it makes sense. I mean, Funny Zone or Funny Zone, I think first pick is better right now. So yeah, it's a good change of pace. Can actually mix up the draft also because I feel like their draft was lacking a lot in the last game. This does mean Funny Zone gets 4 first phase bans, so there's no Magnus in this game. But I'm still there. I'd say that they should be pretty happy about this. They can take SD based on the fact that they didn't take SD though, and it like wasn't. Or I guess yeah, and the fact that they second phase banned it last game. I'm gonna assume that Sick Nasty doesn't play Shadow Demon. Okay, but they do take it now. Oh yeah, Keshi does play it also. So it's probably Keshi SD, which I think is a good approach in this game. Oh, they also leave Nyx Assassin now. I think they're gonna snap pick Nyx Assassin on 9. Funny Zone.
Can I'm gonna speak my truth for a second
Okay.
here. I think there's too many fucking bans at the beginning of the
I
other games
yeah.
now.
I love it, but I agree. You used to not
I
be able to
think
ban shit.
I think it's good for the competitive stage for of the game, but for a viewer, it fucking sucks ass. Couldn't ban anything before. Now everyone picks 2 heroes, and you've got what, like 10 bans at that point. That's crazy.
Yeah, like going into the second phase, there is literally like both teams literally have banned 10 heroes. Funny Zone is kind of in a predicament though. You know, what's it called? Captain's mode gripes aside, Funny Zone is in a predicament here because I think they're looking at Night Stalker and Spectre as 2 heroes that they banned last game. So which one do you ban here? They chose Night Stalker, so I wonder what their approach is into the Spectre because Spectre did win the first and the second game and then was banned the third game. So this hero and both of these teams have been kind of indecisive. There've been a lot of scrappy fights. Spectre takes advantage of that.
Always block pick it.
Yeah, it is a bit weird though, because like maybe they will block like it. That could be an approach.
It's not great in
The
SD
first
though.
game, yeah, the first game they picked it. Yeah, I mean SD is good against it, but SD did lose that game in that game 2 against the Spectre. I'm not sure if Funny Zone is like super happy taking the Spectre here though. They might just ignore it and feel like, yeah, we didn't play as well as we could have the second game, but we were in a winning position. So you guys can have the Spectre. We'll run you over.
Giving up Spectre and Shadow Demon. As I mentioned, them playing the Spectre and the Shadow Demon also kind of sucks. I don't know. Maybe you just try to run them over again. Bat Rider, play some other aggressive shit.
Mhm.
Queen of Pain alongside it. I don't know. What's the aggressive pause 1 right now? You just run Bristleback again? Ben?
Yeah, Bristle's a great hero. Drow is bad versus Spectre, but I'd say Drow is like one of the best heroes just for like playing fast on carry.
Mm-hmm. The Zeus is very surprising. I wouldn't have grabbed it that pick.
I hope he doesn't go for the same build that he did.
Yeah, in this game it will not work.
I'm surprised by the PB pick, but for a different reason. I'm surprised it took until game 4 to see his hero get picked. I thought he picked a lot earlier in the series.
Yeah, I think it was banned in some of the games. I'll go take a peek. No, it was completely untouched. Yeah, you're right.
This is a team that was picking a lot of PB earlier in playoffs and earlier in the season, and it seemed like that would be a go-to hero for Breezy R to control the tempo with, but well, I guess we've come back to the wall. It's Breezy R Spirit, or Breezy R Primal Beast time.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be his hero. Also, Reed has played this year. Reed also like this year on pause 4. Back when he was playing that in previous seasons. So I mean, it's good to have a flex hero. Probably we'll see later down the draft where it will go. Primal though, I'm not sure how the lane is versus Zeus. I have to imagine getting hit by the heavenly jump slow is pretty obnoxious, but it doesn't last very long. And like lightning bolt isn't like a good enough stun, right? So you don't really
No.
stop the trample. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Lightning Bolt kind of sucks. Heavenly Jump is obnoxious, but you just kind of like go onto Zeus and then follow up with the onslaught. It's a little bit difficult to actually like start on Zeus, an onslaught from like a distance, but it is not that good for Zeus. You also just have like so much HP on the primal beast that Zeus doesn't really burn through it very quickly. The percentage damage from live wire helps a little bit, but still not great. And primal is happy playing into Zeus.
Timbersaw.
Yeah, this Timbersaw pick makes a lot of sense. I mean, Spectre PB, but doesn't this hero struggle a bit into SD?
Yeah, for sure. The Ags is gonna get purged all the time. This is like a lefty plays this hero, but this is like enough signature hero. He has played this a ton to the point where it was even like first phase ban in previous seasons. That's the lefty hero. It's lefty shaker.
This has been a
Does
lot more popular mid lane recently.
the shaker? Yeah, I mean, it was like really broken a few patches ago, but even right now, it's just like a really solid hero. I've been singing this hero's praises in lads for a long time. I think it's extremely easy to play around because you just have a very easy condition to kill people, and if you know what you're doing, you can just like farm with the W, especially with Slugger now.
Great at farming, great for harassing too. In the lane.
Yeah. I mean, the lane is like absurdly strong. I think a lot of people like. I mean, a lot of the heroes in the past that have been really good, like Quap and Puck or Shaker, has like really good matchup into. They what is Royal Andy looking for? They have their carry, and then they have a 2 or they can pick a 2, 3, or 5 most likely. They lost the one Pugna game, but I do think it's like a phenomenal Pugna game.
You think? I mean, Netherboard goes kind of sicko mode here. I'd like
Yeah,
Quap though. I
yeah,
was just about to say
Quap,
that.
yeah, and Quap was incredibly successful in that one game, and it's just like a solid hero. I will say though, okay, well, I mean, maybe it's different. Quap, I think, is pretty bad versus Shaker because like obviously you get echoed and you can die, so the Quap you have to be careful about your positioning. But also in the lane, like with the build that most people have been doing on Quap, where you go
I mean,
0-4-4.
you could
The
just go for the Shadow Strike build instead.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get there. The like normally Quap can't really pressure Shaker, and then he just gets a blink and echoes you, and then your game is bad. But maybe Breezy will just grief him. He'll just go the 3 points Shadow Strike, and the Shakers will actually like pressure the Shaker in laners. We'll see
Yeah.
how it works.
I
I
will
like the
say,
Queen of Pain against the Zeus and the Bat Rider quite a bit, though. You just jump those backline heroes and blow them up pretty easily. What were you saying, though,
Mhm.
Better?
I think he'll be prepared for potential 2 or even 3 points in Shadow Trick again after earlier in the series. It's no longer a surprise. It's like, oh yeah, I better be ready this time.
I mean, you can be prepared for it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And like buying early items like does not feel good on Shaker. You want to get that like 10, 11 minute blink, which is like very feasible if you just have like a fine game. You don't even need a particularly good game. Just like don't die. Get one kill if you want, but just like go like stick one small item, brown boot blink, and you'll have it at like 10. But you don't want to like buy a lot of bracers or like send a lot of regen out or something like this. So I know I'm interested to see what he'll do. Maybe he'll buy like one bracer. I don't even like bracer on this year. I play a lot of shaker mid. I don't think bracer is
I've
particularly
seen
good.
people double bracer on this hero when they feel like their lane matchup is going to be kind of hard.
On mid, I think it's kind of too much.
I agree. I think you're using too many inventory slots at that point, as
Yeah.
well as like slowing down your other items. I think one bracer is fine.
All right, they take the next assassin now. Yeah, this hero was left in the pool. Funny Zone has been like first picking a lot and winning with it to the point where it's been first phase banned in the first 3 games, but they left it through and then they didn't opt for it. Okay, no, they do go for Sun here. Interesting.
See, both of you know this is an iconic Ultra Gunner hero.
Is that the one I was just talking? I said Sven, right? Am I crazy? Or did I say it last game? I don't fucking remember.
I also don't remember, unfortunately, but I'll take your word for it.
This is maybe the most iconic Ultra Gunner hero of any hero, and you see Kurto saying in the all chat, "We broke the glass, break glass for Ultra Gunner Sven. They're ready. They want to win on this hero."
Yeah, it's interesting. I know Ultra doesn't have high opinions of this year right now, but I mean he always kind of says that. So I don't know how he really feels, but I assume if he like actually felt like this hero was good, then he would be playing it more. So not sure. We'll have to see how it goes. I will say, for the first time this series, I actually favor Royal Andy's draft. I don't know how you feel now.
I like the Nyx Assassin quite a bit, and I think that the Queen of Pain is
Mhm.
also very good. So yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
And this is one of the best Nyx games I've seen in a while. I mean, this is a hero. I wouldn't be surprised if Nyx is a positive matchup into all 5 of these heroes individually. He's playing against all 5 at once.
I do think this game is going to come down to how well Breezy does in the mid lane, though. I think Breezy needs to come out of the mid lane reasonably well and then move out, start looking for kills, and let Nyx Assassin eat some EXP pretty early. If they can do that, then Funny Zone gets kind of cooked. Because Timber saw like to really early farm Queen of Pain and a Nyx Assassin that's making these early rotations. It just completely shuts down the Timber Saw. But we'll see how well Breezy does on this Queen of Pain. I am curious whether it goes like the dagger build and tries to grief the Ear Shaker or goes into Scream.
I think
Either way,
for
it's gonna be
sure
funny.
he will at
What
least.
the
I'll
fuck
look at.
is that? 17-3 is Timber?
It's unranked. It's unranked. It's fake. I'll be the first to call it out. He is really good at Timber Saw. That's like one of his best heroes. So you have to
So
watch
just
out. But
playing unranked 5 stacks on like
yeah, yeah.
counter picking Timber. That's
No, I don't know about
disgusting.
counterpicking Timber, but like it's like blind second phase Timber. There's a lot of bullshit that can go on. Like something you just blind pick Timber, the other guy picks Alchemist or something.
17-3 is kind of insane. But if it's unranked, then that's whatever.
There's a
He does
couple
play
of
ranked actually.
really.
Yeah, he plays more ranked than a lot of people in this. Maybe not in this lobby. Everyone plays a little bit, but enough. Like even earlier today, I was just like I just opened Dota and I saw he was in a ranked game. See, ranked Beastmaster loss. Oof.
I think the question is, who in this lobby other than me plays the least ranked? Because it's definitely me. Like I'm not even questioning one.
I
But
was only thinking about the players, but yeah. No, me. No, you'll tell us. Yeah, you're the least. You're the least for sure.
that's the last game I had. Can you guess the last time I played ranked pubs? Logical.
8 months ago.
It was with you when we were on
Oh,
a team
really?
together. Yeah, I haven't played ranked
Yeah, yeah.
since.
Oh, okay, yeah. I believe that.
When was that?
If you are just joining us, it had to be like a year and a half ago. But if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 4 of the Lad Season 16 Grand Finals. This could be the dagger. We are 2-1 up for Funny Zone. They are 1 game away from, at long last, finishing the Lads victory. It's a franchise that has been in Lads season after season. They've come so close so many times, but this could be their chance. But of course, Royal Andy will not easily give up. They are 1 game away from bringing it to the winner take all game number 5. My name is Badger. I'm once again joined by Neff and Logical. And hopefully, we're in for a good game.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
this one should be a banger. I feel like just like based on the context of the last games and what heroes are going on in this game, I think this will be good.
I love the all just mind games in the all chat right now. Enough walks into a Dire Observer. They know he's there. Dire won the mind games. They're trampling. He skills the Q. Not much of a surprise there, but it means no W, no E, no life. And first blood goes to Reed's Primal Beast. Wait, what is Big D went for the rune there? Oh no,
Aurora?
he is
Hello?
so dead.
Oh, there's a dagger also, notably.
Whose team is this? This isn't my team. I just their choice.
Yeah, that's an interesting start to our game. Definitely the most. We usually spend much more even fights, but this one is just slap down, free 2 kills.
Get him, hit him with the day. Oh dear God, Breezy's already taking so much damage. There it is.
Yeah. This hero, Earthshaker is, I mean, it's not even deceptively good leaning against like even ranged heroes. Everyone knows this hero stomps melee heroes, but like versus ranged heroes, even you have to watch out.
Yeah. This would have been a little bit easier back when Shadow Strike had the heal per tick, but then they took it
Yes.
away when they they added the facets, right?
Yeah, because they want you to take the other one that just gives you spell life steal. But yeah, I mean now it's funny. Like before, it would heal you, and now you take damage from him. So it's odd, but you do more damage, so you got that going for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part is, like, she shouts he really wants spell lifesteal, but luckily there's a good item called Dagon, so all is well there.
Door? I don't believe that this time. That's fucking crazy.
You call him
Badger?
out for it.
Badger? Hit him with the rule book.
I'm assuming it's not Keshi's door, to be honest. I don't think Keshi is the DoorDash sort of guy, but
Really?
no, I don't think so. No, I think I'm pretty sure Keshi has like an actual family he lives with, so I don't think they'd be the DoorDash type.
Okay.
I'm
Oh yeah,
definitely
that's true. Actually,
DoorDashing
I
after
remember
we're
that.
done
I
here.
remember you could hear it in his mic when we were teaming.
Yeah, you could.
That's true.
Uh,
Yeah, that's fair.
that was the one part of teaming with Keshi I didn't like, is that you could always hear his family on his mic.
Who's notorious for that? Was it
There's a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
AB1?
Oh, Avi ordered the
Yeah.
pizza oven. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I live by push to talk for a reason. Big fan of it.
No, I'm a strict. What's that shit called?
Open mic.
Yeah,
Let's
but what
see.
is it called? Voice something. Whatever.
Voice activation, perhaps?
Voice. Yeah, there you go. Voice activity.
I would not have guessed that.
He's doing it. This quad belt. It's just
Yeah.
so annoying to play against as a melee hero.
Yeah. Is he dead?
You think he gets the third
Yeah.
point, or just gets
He's got
2
very
points of
fire.
dagger?
Yeah. If he gets 3 points versus Razor, he'll get 3 points versus Shaker.
Well, Keshi and Ultra Shard, aka, they're both dead. Thank you, blood grenades. But yeah, both sets are dead. Bottom line. I mean, does he really need the third point though? Because he already win the lane with 2 points. What do you need a third point for?
Winning it harder.
Yeah, exactly. No, that is like the type of shit he would do. I agree. You definitely do not need the 3rd point, but will he get it? I would say I think so.
I remember for a long time that was the clock build. You get 2 points in dagger because they double the damage, and he wouldn't get third or fourth point for a long time.
I would love to see that.
It's not about winning though. It's about making the other person miserable.
You know what makes the enemy miserable? The defeat screen at the end of the game.
We'll see.
If he skills Blink right now, I think he's getting a 3rd point in Q. If he skills E, then I think he's done that too.
The fact that he hasn't put any skill points in yet means that he's still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, it's 3 points in Q for sure. Oh, Lefty is suffering also. I'm opening up net worth. I'm a net worth truther. Open that shit up ASAP.
Nah.
I mean, yeah, he's bottom net worth. He's 100 gold away from the Nyx Assassin because he had to buy extra tangles.
He's bought raindrops as well.
That is like wrong. I feel like he's just kind of like
I mean, it's not working. His daggers don't do enough damage.
he almost fucked him up there, but he missed the aftershock barely.
Can you blink Scream Kill me, maybe? See the damage?
No, because the raindrops. Badger.
The raindrops. They paid off. They paid off logical already.
True. Keshi's camping him down also. This
This is psychotic. Is he dead on Keshi? I think he is.
he has the flower.
He's baiting. He actually baited. What a play from Keshi.
That's
It's a soul XP for Breezy as well.
I mean that's not that bad for Breezy, but not for Breezy. It's really good for Breezy. It's not that bad for a lefty, but it's
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's a
you
good
probably
thing
would have had to walk back to base there
Yeah.
anyways, which isn't great. That way you get a kill, you respawn, you can TP to lane.
Lefty, or not lefty. I keep getting the names mixed up. They end with Y. Breezy did take 3rd point Q.
What a
Shadow Strike.
fucking asshole.
Yeah. Complete douche. What is that?
Good to show how highly your own character. If you know the reference, you by the way can qualify for an ARP card. If you know the reference, but
It's Han, I think. Yeah, PVD.
yep, Swindle Melons.
There you go. Oh, Son of Moans. You're right. You're right.
This is the no monitor. A move your like in wolves. Remove your fucking micro your units.
Keshi's sticking around also. He doesn't give a fuck. I guess it's an Nyx Assassin thing. Like, he's just mind flaring creeps with his Bassi.
Yeah, and you don't want to just be like walking back and forth, eating EXP down in the bottom lane. He's being far more useful this way, putting pressure on the Earth Shaker.
And they scanned him. They know he's there, but what can they do about it? They can't really kill PB anyways, so.
Yeah, that's true.
This
The
is
Sven is
exact-
good versus PB. but it's hard to pressure him.
Well, Sick Nasty's being gone on by 2. Fissure is perfect. SD should be dead. And SD is dead.
Okay.
Lefty gets the last hit. But in comes Vengeance. Blink in by
Oh,
Breezyar. Dagger is there. Sonic Wave ready. Leaves it on 2. Lefty goes down, and now Kurdo's about 1/3 HP and should be A-okay. But again, it's a win for Royal Andy.
Holy shit, have you guys seen the size of these stacks, Keshi says.
Oh my, those are big. Is he dead on Nyx? I think he's
Yeah,
dead
he's
on
got the
Nyx.
bead. Oh,
Perfectly
nice.
timed
gamer
impale. There's a blink ready for Breezyar. He's holding it for the time being. Blink in, dagger, scream. That's a dead Bat Rider. Enough will bring down Keshi. But at this point, we may see a contest of these stacks. Fissure hits Breezy, but he's too tanky to go down. Meanwhile, look at the Spectre. Look where Spectre is. Look what she's stealing. This is not your property. But she's stolen it anyways. Good steal from Andy Bendy.
Do you echo this this camp?
Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it.
I mean, you kind of have to.
It was like, I mean, it's good, I guess. It's better, but he's not in a good position also. Okay, so when Shaker was first good, you guys know about this? This was like 2 TIs ago. During the qualifiers, Dendy was picking this shit a lot on bait. And he would do this every game, like without fail. Even if it was a good game, bad game, he'd always like stack and then bring the 2 camps together. Sick
That in
Nasty goes down top.
the Dendy mid-witty.
Yeah. It was Witty and Shaker, and those are his guys. And he would do this shit every single game. So I mean, it's something that it's not too like out of the question. Like it's good. He got a lot of money from it. Still though, he's not like too happy about it, I would say.
Oh, here we go. We're diving against Ultra Gunner Sven. Impale is ready, though held for the time being. There's a Pulverize. Sven is in danger, though still not quite dead. We see a TP in from Shaker. Shaker arrives, and so does Sick Nasty. Keshi will be our first death of the team fight. And now Ultra Gunner will be haunted upon. Never mind, Spectre is left and the right. Spectre is rejoined the fight. So it's currently a 1-for-1. Everybody's bottom, but Spectre once again joined to the top lane. Lefty will attempt to fight, but he's in a bit of danger right now. Scream is there. He's currently slowed by a dagger. Eventually, he'll die. Echo is indeed on cooldown. He'll attempt to bring down the PV with him. He'll fail to do so. Meanwhile, Sick Nasty 1v1 brings down the Zeus. Over the top lane once again, we see Timbersaw solo kill the Spectre, so it's chaotic, but I do believe Royal Andy won that one.
Breeze is running straight for this Timbersaw, and I believe he just dies here.
Yeah, only 1 point of blink. He doesn't need it though.
And there he is. 4-0-4. This could be a career game for Breezyar right here. This has been a fantastic co-op game.
That's true. This amount of deaths is unseen.
0 deaths.
Yep.
Yeah. This is like
Many
a
incidents.
world record for latest first death.
Actually, might be. Actually, remember the old puck games? Maybe he had a deathless puck game back in the day, but the modern Breezyar, definitely not. He dies a lot.
Dude, Lefty's just gonna die again. This is crazy.
Yeah, they had to be a little bit careful diving him.
How much HP does he have? 1500?
That's fucked up. That's insane, actually. Look at his inventory. It's 1500 health. Stupid
I mean,
gameplay.
this is just how Dota is these days, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, we're in an arms race between tankiness and burst damage. With the burst damage is this high, then, well, you have to be a weenie and buy this kind of HP sort of stuff.
He's not even bought anything, though.
He's got the shreds, he's got 2 whole branches, and Zeus is dead. But, you know, look at he has a shovel that gives you plus 90 HP, so, you know, it's HP.
This is what Earthshaker used to have at like level 25 back in the day.
Did it
He just-
again.
Yeah,
He's done it again.
that was kind of egregious. I don't know. He's crazy for doing that the second time. Like, yeah, you're kind of far behind, but you're really limiting what you can do for your team if you're just dropping echoes and using all of your mana all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bigger problem is he's just like poor. Because like, even if you have the echo, if you don't have blink, you can't really do much with it. And so now he's just like trying to get to the blink.
You know, one good way to get the blink, Echo slam the ancient stack.
Yeah, I think it's like there's not really a fix. Like it's that's just like a symptom. Like he has to echo the ancients twice because he's poor. like the answer is he just shouldn't be poor. But I mean, it's hard.
Don't be poor. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, just buy a house.
He's doing his best. He's almost not poor. He's
I
tutored
actually
all the way
bought
from
my-
being poor.
I actually bought my first house at 19 years old. All I needed was a $200,000 gift from my parents.
Hold that
Oh, they're
thought,
going-
because Shaker is not like you, Neff. He's once again poor and he's once again dead.
Oh, I forgot there was Spectre. This Dire draft is so like I have bad words to say about it.
Well, they're going in for PB. They caught him mid-mission on the Pulverize.
That's
Correction, the Onslaught, and they killed him.
I like Ultra's build that he currently has queued up because I think the only way that you stop the terrorism of Spectre and Nyx Assassin is you have to just like have a carry that's really strong that you can stand behind, where he's just like impossible to fight into. And I like that he's got Mom, Echo, S and Y right now because I think he does need to have like an S and Y like 3-4 item timing, where they just like can't fight him anymore. He just does too much damage. He's too tanky, and I think he's on the right track here. I like this approach. Oh,
Well,
sick!
Fissure
Windbreak.
misses, and it actually seems to matter because Breeziar has arrived. And as a result, it should be a dead Bat Rider. There it is, now a 6th kill for Breeziar, 6-0 and 4 for the Queen of Pain.
Uh-oh.
There is no Spectre ulti though, so this guy's he's just getting XP.
Yeah, I actually can't finish these people off, but Queen of Pain blinking in could do it for him. He's got Dagon now.
Wait, they
With
see
Blink
Sven.
Scream on top of Keshi's damage.
They
Yeah,
see
Ultra's
the
kinda
Sven.
Precarious spot, but I mean, he does a lot of damage. Oh, Breezy Dagon finish. I'm not sure if you guys know that.
Yeah.
Well, Keshi waited for a softer target. He's found the Zeus. That's got to be the softest target he could possibly find with this Vendetta. And, oh my! That was what? A third of a second from 100 to 0 there?
Yeah, that'll happen.
Unlucky, honestly.
So there is no amount of luck that can save Big Dave there. It's simply death.
Nice play by Dire right now, wrapping around this
Wait,
tower. Oh,
Echo Slam, they want the quap, but
Ah.
Sick Nasty has the save. Breezy blinks away, Reed joins the fight, so does Andy Bendy. That'll be a dead Shaker, they'll move to Zeus, who actually have a perfect E to the high ground, but he's still going to die.
When does it get better? When Batrider gets Blink, when Timbersaw gets Blink, when Sven gets Echo Saber.
yeah. I mean, you're relying on Sven. You're gonna need to outplay them in one fight, but like the Sven, like once he tanks up a little bit, he's gonna just like be the strongest hero.
Oh, it's the last one, but another save from Sick Nasty. 2 saves back to back. Reed still dies, but he bought time for Breeziar to do a ton of damage. Problem is Breeziar lacks the HP to survive. That's
Okay.
2 core kills. Still head to the SD. SD will D-Ward with his last breath.
That was cool.
So it's 3 kills for an Observer Ward. Not a good win there for Royal Andy. A big win for Funny Zone.
I'd plus respect to that SD for that play when he died. That was swag as well. I like that a lot. Just the poison then hit while you're going out. Many would not do this.
It's,
I
it's
like-
accepting
that-
his death. Like, saying, you know what, guys? I'm going to die. I'll use the poisons. I'll D-Ward the ward. I'll see you in the next life.
That's pretty rough for XP and net worth swing, though. He almost lost everything he built off of losing those 3 right there.
Yeah, Ultra was alive for all of them and got the last hit on the Primal Beast. So I mean, yeah, it's like an absurd turn in the favor of Radiant now.
Yeah.
Things are looking up for them. Also, like Timbersaw, he's kind of squishy in this game against all the magic damage, but and he has a really good game. It's like
Impale
one or two more kills
missed.
like this.
He missed the Impale.
Yeah. Put the moves on him. Nah, Baboon dodged the impel, right?
I believe so, yeah. Hypothetically, this game could get pretty bad for Royal Andy soon.
We're far away from that still. I mean, Zeus has no items. Timbersaw is in a very awkward spot and just kind of gets blown up.
It's looking worse for them.
Wait, oh.
Well, they've lassoed Queen of
Okay,
Pain. They
this-
must kill this Euro. And they will kill Azura. They'll hide the Primal Beast, who's been pig-pulled by himself. They'll attempt to get away, but again, he's trying to trample, trying to run, but he's being hunted by the Chakram from Enough. Has 2 more kills.
Okay, this is like best case scenario for them. The Primal and the Queen of Pain were the 2 most farmed heroes on Dire, and they've just died twice in a row. They clocked like some massive streak, and they went down to the Sven too. Like, it doesn't really get any better than this.
Not sure if you guys saw that play, but that was a very aggro play from Nyx Inspector. Luckily, for Spectre, she's fine.
This stuff is not worth it.
Yeah, it's bad for them. I'd say it's like bad for Dire. I agree wholeheartedly. They're trying really hard to like squeeze kills out in like whatever way they can, but it's just like net bad for them. Like they need to just like be playing the game kind of genuinely and like trying to like play on the other side of the map, but like not go for these like cheeky pickoffs. Because I mean, yeah, you like trade like that. Like sure, you're able to get the kill. They probably weren't expecting it, but you trade 1 for 1, and you give the Shaker back the kill who's having a bad game. I mean, it's good that you give the Spectre the game, but you were so ahead, you don't want to be trading 1 for 1.
Oh man. Yeah, this Earthshaker is more than halfway to an Aghanim Scepter now. How close is this guy to?
I don't like this Aghanim Scepter, first of all, I'll say. I think he should buy a BKB here. I think he's like not farmed enough to be able to like scale really hard with the Ag Scepter and the like BKB shard timing that you can have.
You'd rather see him just like instantly kill the Nyx Assassin with a BKB or
Speaking
something?
of
Yeah,
instantly killed, did you see what happened top lane? That was they killed PB in probably about a second and a half, if that. You got the SD as
unfortunately,
well.
it keeps happening. Nyx Assassin is just like uselessly wandering around bottom while this happens and doesn't have the Dagon finished yet. This is starting to get rough for them.
Yeah, I mean he's
Breezy's-
hunting the Spectre. Sorry, you're saying?
Breeze is going for Witchblade, which I'm not sure is the play at this point.
Yeah, I mean he just needs more money, honestly. This is the exact same build he went for in the game before, but I liked it in that game, and I also kind of agree it's like not very good in this game.
I'm not even sure what you build here instead, though.
I think he should just play to be more of a wizard. Like he's kind of playing for this like right click angle, but Quap will just always do this naturally. So I think he should probably just go Dagon, like Kaya BKB.
Yeah, the BKB is pretty important. I mean, you just gotten blown up in the last couple of fights. You go into the fight, you're not really able to get out afterwards. Yeah, the only thing that stopped from happening again is the heroes in position just didn't have any lockdown there. In fact, the Timbersaw is caught up with you in levels and ahead of you in net worth now. Ultra Gunner's #1 spot at more than 2,000 gold ahead of the Spectre.
Timbersault's trying his hardest to get kill money to keep up with the Sven, but I suppose that's suffering from success for Timbersault. Like, oh man, my carry's more farmed than me. Whatever will I do? Whoa! Did he get one shot?
He got like three shot.
Well then. Oh man, this Sven hero, as a power from Sven, Zero accelerates so rapidly, and he is just so online. He's only going to get stronger for the next 10 or so minutes.
Yeah, he's in a really good spot now. The hardest part of his game is over. It's like the first like 12 minutes that are kind of awkward on Sun right now. Or you can like get run at and you're like kind of tanky, but you're not super tanky in Magic. But now he's like completely fine. Now he's 3k HP, Giga Beast, runs around hasted with Warcry. He's gonna get his BKB, just like 2-tap the Nyx. No?
Vanquisher's also kind of fucked up. I was playing a game recently where I had like 60 armor and I died in one Storm Bolt to Sven. Just from like getting right click down while I was stunned. I didn't get the opportunity to like press my buttons on them afterwards.
Yeah.
Man, maybe I'm just too old. I can't keep up with modern Dota, man. Every hero is just a billion HP and does a billion damage. It's just like
It happens to us all, Neff.
it's like countering them doesn't do anything.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
it's time for more death. Location, top lane, the target, Primal Beast. The status, he's definitely dead.
Dude, Keshi has spent so much time trying to find somebody down in it's like bottom jungle here while other things have been going on under the map. You hate to see it.
They seem to have noticed where he's been playing, because he was making a lot of impact earlier in the game, but it's been a relatively quiet last, what, like 7 minutes from Keshi? Without Spectre! Oh no! That's a huge catch for Funny Zone. A disastrous death for Royal Andy. Regicide has occurred finally.
We got like, what, 15 seconds left on the Vendetta?
And they see him as well. He's been
Oh,
toasted! Oh no. Breezyar is there. Sonic Wave, only one, but one is enough. Meanwhile, the kill will be countered by the SD kill. It's currently a 4v3 in the Radiant side jungle. Keshi goes down. Now a 4-for-2 fight going on. Breezyar will attempt to get away, but there's no way out of this one, I don't believe. He'll attempt to TP. Is there in time? No, it's barely not there in time. Enough secures the kill by the Chakram. That's a 4-for-2 trade, and again, Funny Zone, they're growing their lead, and for Royal Andy, it's getting more and more dire, no pun intended.
What do we got going for us on the dire side, though? We got Spectre's Radiance, Blade Mail is done. Queen playing is very far from anything, unfortunately. You just got BKB done on Primal. I think Assassin's got Dagon. You got some options right now. You take advantage of this Primal Beast BKB, make something happen. Never mind. I'm gonna say make something happen in the top lane, but there's no hope anymore, logical.
Yeah, I could tell this game was unfortunately over when I clicked on Aurora and he had a Glimmer Cape instead of Ags or Pressure Kaya. That was like a useful item. It's oh, and Solar Crest. He's trying to win. Oh no.
Those are just that is the trinity of weenie items, dude. Pavie, Solar Crest, Glimmer Cape. That's how you know you want to win.
Bad news. I got bad news for Dire fans. It's not looking good.
Honestly, it's not quite over yet, but look at the momentum of the game. It was really good for Royal Andy about, what, 10 minutes ago, and ever since then it's been about a 1k per minute swing in the other direction, which is hemorrhaging a net worth lead. I mean, that is a disastrous pace.
Yeah. Ping them out while they're smoked. I think the Thunder Gods are out, so this isn't going to turn into anything. There's no shot that they do Roshan.
I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures, I suppose. There's two in the pit right here, right now.
It's unlikely that Radiant is gonna check. They already Zeus ulted also.
Yeah. I guess they get away with this.
It's kind of hard for them to take the... They can do it pretty easily with Spectre Mansa, but obviously that's a little whiles away.
Well, Radiant have scanned, but I think the scan's too late.
Yeah, that's far too late.
They're cheaping in anyways. Roshan's HP is 900, 600, 500. It should still be a free kill. SD zones away. Spectre will shadow step just for fun. Breezyar secures the Aegis, and now they'll go towards Enough, who's already causing a big amount of damage in this fight. He's brought down the SD. He'll beat KB and look for more. He's chaining on around, down, as Ultimate arrives to the team fight. Reed understandably wants nothing to do with this engagement. He'll get away via the onslaught. And now we're TPing away, Aegis in hand, but down on SD.
That was probably one of the only things that they could have done that was that good, and they managed to accomplish it, so kudos to them. They're not going to be able to get Aegis on Funny Zone, which I'm pretty sure was going to be one of like their next moves. Yeah.
They're acting as if they have the Aegis anyways, because usually you grab that first Aegis, you go for like the tier 2 in the Tormentor. Like, you know what? We don't need it. We're fine. We don't. It's a crush. We don't need it.
He ended up cleaning that tower up incredibly quickly. What is this Wrath of God facet? Just get more damage.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's only worse at like level 1 and 2. And that
Yeah.
goes crazy. He hits for 350 now.
Without his ult.
Yeah, true.
Ultra Gunner has been found. He's been stunned, though he has BKB if he wants to use it. He'll BKB on Sven. BKB becomes instant Primal Beast as well. Lefty arrives. Reed goes down as Breezy attempts for the right angle. He'll bring it down the Timber Saw, but now Sven's being kited. On the south side, Keshi brings down Baboon to help Bandy up to the north side. Breezy will lose his first life, but he's got one more to play with. This could be the fight. They're fighting 4v3. Breezyar
What?
Whoa,
blinks
blink-
in. Oh no, dear God, he's been sliced and diced. Keshi stuns
Nice.
2. Well played by him. Echo slams there on 2 as well. It's currently a 2v2 fight. Lefty is dead. Ultra's in the 1v2. He's being kited around, and a good disruption comes in from Sick Nasty. They need to keep kiting Ultra Gunner. He's running around the trees. And they'll end up going down SD. It's currently a 4-for-4 trade. Andy Bendy, understandably, TP's away. Overall, that's pretty okay for both teams, I think.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, okay, 4-for-4 just in general is pretty good for Dire. What's
Look
up?
at the Sven's damage that fight.
It hasn't popped up for me yet.
8,004. Oh my.
But yeah, I mean, the Sven is gonna. I don't like the Silver Edge that he's buying, but he's gonna be so strong anyways. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what item he buys.
That's insane. Sorry, go ahead, Logical.
No, yeah, I mean, like the Sven getting what did he get 4 of those? No, he got 2 of them. But still, the Sven was alive for all of the kills, so like he's just getting stronger and stronger, and like the other resources are being split up on the Dire heroes. Like, the Sven is gonna be one hero that they can just like stand around and he'll just carry the game.
Had they've killed enough there, that would have been the exact kill of the Invica comeback, but he's got BKB off and lives. It's one of those things where, again, Dire, from the fight gold alone, have won recently, but Radiant also got both Tormentors and a tier 2 tower, so when you include those, it's actually led to Radiant growing their net worth lead. Funny Zone are even further ahead, though the XP lead has gone down a bit.
Alright. No one's gonna. Okay, they scout with the Zeus. I don't think Ultra Gunner is gonna be able to actually get on top of Shadow Demon, though, unfortunately. Alright, what are our options on the Dire squad here? They haven't made any progress in Primal Beast ever since finishing the BKB. He's got the Blink Dagger completed now, and that's just about it. And Assassin 4 points into the Dagon. Shadow Demon is, I think, trying to decide between this Glimmer Cape and a Blink Dagger right now. The save onto one of these people, like while the Sven initiates, could be big enough to turn a fight, but you would need like the Blink Dagger on Shadow Demon in order to pull that off, just so you don't get caught by one of these other heroes, because they have so much jump.
Well, Dust's appearance is good. They've spotted Keshi. Raboon will die for his team, but it's well worth it. They kill 2, including the most important hero to kill, the Spectre. Again, notice that in the rest of the heroes, they're all focused on the Nyx. But Kurdo had his eyes on the prize, lassos the Spectre, literally dies for it, but it's worth it.
Yeah, that's it's a really nice find, honestly.
Well, Timbersaw gets purged, but the lockdown is simply not happening. Good blink away by Sick Nasty, gets away from the harpoon, but now he'll turn to the Queen of Pain, who also blinks away. Turns out, red guy, you must avoid him at all costs until he's no longer red.
Is he just gonna back to the tower or what? There's so much damage, man.
Yeah, the humble 700.
They're going in! He's thinking he's ready, but he gets up fairly in time, and now he's fighting. He's running forward, and he's still being gone on. They still want to go on Sven. Yeah. And, oh god, Reed gets annihilated by the Timbersaw. Breezyar blinks in. He's been saved by Sick Nasty for now. Skeshi brings down Aurora. Breezyar is finally dead. Lasso is there onto the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon will go down, and now it's just Spectre returning to the fight. Ultra Gunner's finally dead, but can there be more kills? Nyx has died. Spectre will attempt to clean things up. He'll bring down that ladder. Now fights in a 1v2. It's Shaker and Timbersaw. Blink in by Timbersaw. Pitches from long range. Breezyar about to into the game right now. Spectre is 1/3 HP. Running the river right now. The shotgun slows. He's very low, but Breezyar's returned the buyback. Dagon brings down the Timbersaw. Spectre dies to Lefty. Lefty will TP away. There is no cancel. And our fight's now over. Once again, I do believe it's Funny Zone win, but both teams get a lot there.
5 for 5? No, 4 for 5, yeah.
Yeah.
That one I think was a little bit. That one was like kind of good for Dire. It's unfortunate that Klopp had to buy back though. That is definitely a big concern. But at least they were able to stop the Sven finally.
Yeah, getting the kill off on him is big. It went to Went to Queen of Pain. And I was hoping that I went to Spectre. Queen of Pain isn't awful though. She's now going for Aghanim Scepter, which I do actually like, especially when you're playing against a bunch of Blink Daggers. If you're just like
Yeah.
spamming the Shadow Strike a lot more, ends up doing a lot of damage. But this is Queen of Pain hitting any nearby enemies. Yeah, for all these team fights, it's going to be pretty big. I'm just not sure how much time that they have left. I mean, Sven, I think once he hits his level 25, he's going to try to end the game. I'm not sure Queen of Pain's going to be able to finish that Aghanim Scepter by then.
On the flip side, though, if they can weather that Sven final timing, eventually he'll just start to fall off. So if you can somehow weather that, then this game will get better. But Shaker! It's gone on. Nearly gets 100-0 brought down, but he's got 3.4k HP. Nephal's lamenting how tanky Shakers are now, and we see it in action again.
Sven's coming.
And so is Timbersaw. Keshi is in what I'm going to describe as moderate danger, and never mind, moderate turned into severe danger. Sick Nasty will disrupt the Sven, but eventually there'll be enough damage. And there it is.
Crazy blink in by Sick Nasty.
Yeah.
I like the play. Was it a good play? Not really, but I like it a lot.
Fast Yoshi spawn. Only being like 24 seconds, so if I scout that one out, they'll be able to pick it up and just walk high ground.
I like that Ultra is going for the Satanic Null, so I think he should have gotten it instead of the Silver Edge, but I like that he's at least getting it now. I think like finishing Satanic and then getting Ags to help with getting kited is like the perfect like 6 slot for the time being, and then obviously he has more upgrades after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he should aim for. He just needs to have like maximum amount of HP so that they can't cheese him with like Nick Spectre stuff.
Yeah, they can almost burst him, and I think he's left with like a little bit of HP at that point. So being able to heal himself back up with the Satanic afterwards, I think is just like going to cause him to auto win these team fights.
Yeah, we saw it when he tried for that mid tower, and the one time he actually died. If he had a Satanic, he would have just BKB turned and hit and like instantly healed back to full.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, yeah, once he finishes the Satanic, he's gonna have what, like 4,200 health, 4,300 health, something like that. He's just not gonna die.
This is 25.
I wonder what talent he's gonna take. I like the
both are really
Stormhammer
good.
stun. Yeah, kind of. I mean, old one is you get an extra level or so with ult. It's like he gets an extra 100 damage when he clicks ult, which is pretty good. I kind of like the stun because 1 second is so much time, especially when you're getting the Ags and you're throwing them.
Especially when you're a Vanquisher, you're just doing more damage to stun people.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of vanquished, Roshan has been vanquished. Edis, Banner, both go to the big man with a big sword. It's Sven himself.
Also, don't want to stream Ultra Gunner more, but he should for sure have the Shard versus Shadow Demon. Making it undispellable is like such a big deal. That's supposed to be it.
They're just not doing a lot of physical damage to some of the.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
even
it's
just
the
having
moves
like
he
the moves
uses.
Oh, enough again gets the BKB off in time. This BKB is paying dividends for the Timbersaw, and well, the arsenal has been unleashed. It did not get a kill, and it's once again time to run. Zeus scouts it out. Keshi will be the easy target if they can find him again. That shouldn't be too hard, because they found him and they've killed him.
What are they doing with this smoke? Are they just trying to shove lanes and force them back here?
Yeah, I mean, you have to make some kind of play just like when they're not expecting it, because you can never take a real fight. So it's like, I don't know. They're just trying to like set something up somewhere. Kind of desperation, but they have a lot of smokes, right? They haven't smoked at all this game pretty much. SCS2, so yeah, you might as well just pop them.
As you want to burn out this Aegis?
Yeah, I mean, it's already 1/3 gone, and I suppose you make a couple more plays like that, you give up stuff, but not that much stuff. Next thing you know, you can perhaps fight the third Roshan, so you delay the game.
I think is happy waiting like this 2 minutes here, because finishing that Satanic that Logical was talking about, at this point, he's happy to go high ground.
Look at his damage also with the Satanic because of all the strength. Crazy. 450 no ult, 20 pops ult, he'll be well over 1,000.
I will say, Ultra Gunner, this has been the carry player without the crown for season after season. Always considered one of the better carriers in Lads, but just could never get the win. And he's having a career game on his career hero to perhaps finish that long title drought for him right now. He's 8-2-10 right now.
All right, Spectre check. We haven't checked in on our boy Andy Bendy in a little while. Aghanim Scepter, Radiance Manta style, going for Nullifier.
Well, we're fighting mid lane. The Aghanim's isn't ready to haunt if he wants to, but the fight's already over because SD is dead, and the remainder of the team will scatter.
I don't think this egg is for taking a real fight. I think they want to avoid a real fight at all costs.
Yeah, I think he needs just a bit more like stats, honestly. Like he needs to kind of tank up a little bit and kind of like draw them in. Like if he's in, Sven's just gonna hit whoever's in his range, right? And so if he's in the Sven's range and he has a lot of HP, he might be able to actually like bait a good dispersion fight.
I think Radiant may have made a mistake not using banner there, because their wave mid has got caught, and they had a wave mid that didn't banner, so they cannot easily get racks anymore. Though we see Haunt in from Andy Bendy looking for Zeus. He now turns to Bat Rider when I'm going to turn over to Sven. Sven will turn the Cleave though. Zeus finally goes down. The trade will be for Primal Beast. Dagon brings down the Bat Rider. Now Zeus PB both back into the game. Enough brings down Geshi. It's currently a 4v4 team fight. Freezy the new target will blink away just in time. Zeus will return soon. And Funny Zone will retreat. They did not get the full set of racks, so they got the tower and they got a buyback out of Primal Beast, the core Primal Beast.
They're playing pretty safe. Not having the BKB in your inventory for that kind of limited what Ultra Gunner was able to do there. Like, he just feels hesitant to play that far up there with the BKB available. Also, it feels like the Harpoon and Silver Edge are not great. A Blink Dagger would have felt a lot more useful this game, I think.
I think he needs a different like gap close item, but I think the harpoon is good. Blinket's hard because he has to be in the front line. Like he really has to be a tank. Yeah, I think Ags is good. I think you should look for Ags like either right now or
well, Zeus gets annihilated. Timbersaw gets away for the time being, but we're still running forward. Zeus is dead. I think he has to die back on Big Dave, so they can look to go here.
Ultra Gunner needs another 10 seconds for his ultimate. I don't think he goes without that.
If they stack up, this fight could be really bad for Dire. They have to watch out. Like if they hit this tower with too many people. Yeah, I mean they're looking to burst Breezy. There's
Slam, Storm Bolt, the save from Reed as well from Sick and Nasty, but Breezy are still dead. Lasso SD, he's now done, and well they'll move to Reed. He's brought down. That's 3 kills. Aegis has expired, but it's no longer needed.
So put that Aghanim Scepter, huh?
Yeah, I think it'd be great instead of the treads right now. But I mean, he can get it later. Also, I wouldn't be that disappointed to see him buy another item and then go for the sim. All right, let's see. Can Keshi and Spectre? No, yeah, there's no way they can kill Timbersaw. Oh, maybe Lefty though. Oh, his thing ran out.
Oh no.
The scuttle ran out. Now he's gonna go under a sentry. Oh, missed the window.
Rough.
Radiant, they'll not miss their window. They've killed the mid-racks, and they even want more. They've caught the Nyx on a sentry ward. Whose sentry ward is that? That's Aurora's sentry ward. And Nyx is now dead as well.
Andy's got level 25. Just built Nullifier. I mean, I want to say it's now or never, but 3 of your heroes are dead. I think this last Rax up in the top lane is going to be your last hurrah, if they even last that long. They've got Fortify, which will buy them another couple of seconds, but they are not slowing down here. I think you can probably just commit God's strength and like go for it here. Yeah.
Dire Glyph. This could be their final glyph. We have respawns soon. PB is alive. Queen of Pain's up in 10. Reed TP's in. Haunt has been used sufficient. They're focusing the Bat Rider. Takeshi buys back into the game. They're still hunting that battle alive. Ultra turns. It's leaving everything. SD will disrupt his own Spectre. Spectre's being kited. She's brought down. Neither hero is dead. That's a buyback. Baboon buys back. Takeshi is also dead. That too is a dieback. It's 2v5 for their tournament lives. They stun the Quap. Quap is dead. She's got no buyback. And the GG is called. In the funny zone, all your Season 16 League of Lads champions.
Gotta say, I'm not surprised. I spoke with Ultra Gunner before this the series even started. He said the boys are feeling good. Did his pregame. Andy not prepped. Didn't even know what the pregame interview was about. Funny zone, well deserved for the boys.
In my heart goes out to Royal Andy. Of course, these are a lot of my associates, and they've been slain after what was really a Cinderella season, where the expectations were, this would be a middle-of-the-road team, perhaps, in most people's eyes, and they came quite close to winning Lads, and unfortunately for them, just not the finals we'd hoped for.
But what can we say? Funny Zone, the laddest of them all, as we say here in League of Lads when you win and become the foremost lad.
It's ladding time.
Yeah.
They ladded all over him.
Yeah. And Badger will be mailing them their trophy along with a $20,000 prize pool.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the Funny Zone.
It's one of those.
This is a legally binding contract for Badger.
Yes.
Excuse me. It's one of those things where, this is a good finals. I think Funny Zone proved a better team. It's very unfortunate we didn't get the proper five-man lineup for Royal Andy. I think Fox would have been perhaps the extra element that would have brought at least to a game 5. But sometimes there are things bigger than League of Lads Dota, and there were some real-life things in the way that prevented Fox from being there for a very extended time, so what can you do?
Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate. I think the first phase of the draft we were talking about, how it was so delicate. There was so many heroes. Every game, someone got one of the heroes that they wanted. So an extra element for Andy would have been having that Winter Wyvern, which is another hero that Funny Zone would have had to worry about.
Basically, the Oracle gets first banned basically every other game as well. So it's just it's cope. It's literally definitionally cope, but it's accurate cope. But yeah, Funny Zone. This is one of those things where I think a lot of time has passed where Funny Zone have been the bridesmaid but not the bride. I think they've been in 2 other finals. I know they also do the legendary Bulljax Nebula team in season 9. I think they also other finals as well. They've been around for a long time, for Ultra, for Big Dave, for Kurto. This is the one they've been waiting for. Of course, for Lefty enough, they're now 2-time champions, so they're beginning to rise the all-time Lads rankings. And again, this is a team that they were not David, they were Goliath. They got punched in the eye in round 1 winners, but much as some other recent Lads teams, they went on the long losers bracket gauntlets to avenge their round 1 loss.
That's right. Well, you two, it was an absolute pleasure. I get to see my boy, legendary Canadian Dota 2 player, Ultra Gunner, become the largest of lads with his boys on the Funny Zone. Until next time, thank you very much for having me.
Good coming on, Neff. I'm assuming those are your final words. Call it, shout outs. You're good to go at this point.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Thanks for coming on, Neff. Pleasure having you again. Logical, thanks for coming on tonight. Do you have any final? He's already left.
He's out of there. Yeah, he said.
Any final words? Call it, shout, say the people, League Lads.
Oh no, let's get serious. I'm happy. It wasn't 3-0 either way. Games are all pretty intense. A little bit of pants shortened, but it was on both sides, I think.
Yeah. Well, this is it. Congratulations to Funny Zone on their 3-1 League Lads victory. Commiserations to Royal Andy on their loss, but again, a very valiant season. This may potentially be the end for me, unfortunately. I hope this is not the end, but if the internet situation does not get better, this will be my last Lads finals, I think. So hopefully the ISP can fix their shit, but if not, then it's been a pleasure for the last 11 seasons. Yeah, hopefully this is not the end, but either way, if you want to catch some more, suppose go follow. maybe again, once the internet gets better, I can cast your games, cast your tournaments, and continue the streak. But as always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.